You, as the consumer, don't know where to find your mortgage scores. And so what we see all of the time is we have borrowers that come to us that say their credit score is one thing, but it's actually not. And so the place where you can personally pull your mortgage scores, you can also pull your auto scores and a number of other things on there, is myfico.com. And so normally what I tell people before they start the process or they're 6 months or a year out is to make an account on myfico.com.
Bonus when you open an eligible checking account and complete qualifying activities. Additional restrictions apply. Visit oldnational.com/checking. Offer valid through October 30th, 2026. Member FDIC.
Shop Grand Appliance for expert advice, fast delivery, professional installation, and of course, the lowest prices every day on top brands like Bosch. Visit grandappliance.com for full details.
Today's veteran of the game is Jacob Gale from Woodstock, who served in the United States Army. Thank you for your service. Sponsored by JeffBuysYourHouse.com, veteran-led and trusted since 2007. As we approach the top of the hour, let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Covering the Cubs and all of Chicago's teams, Spiegel and Holmes, afternoons 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score, and Odyssey Sports Station, WSCR, WSCR-FM, and HD1 Chicago.
Cubs Padres at Wrigley Field. This is the Cubs Radio pregame show driven by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Buick and GMC dealers. In our Cubs conversation, it's no secret Alex Bregman has been struggling at the plate this season, but last night Bregman whacked a 3-run home run in the Cubs' victory over the Padres.
Felt good. Obviously, we were up 2-1 in the game, and to be able to go up 5-1 was awesome and get us in the lead. And I thought the Jaguar and Pete did a good job getting on base in front of me, so just trying to put a good swing on a good pitch to hit.
Can you help us understand the things that you've been working on to try and get back on track when we watch you at the plate?
Just trying to be in a good position to be able to take a swing. That's pretty much it. Just be ready on time and be in a position where I can swing at good pitches over the middle and hit them on the barrel.
Throughout your career, what's that been like when you are right at the plate?
Normally, like yesterday, swinging at pitches over the middle of the plate and hitting them hard in the air and taking balls.
So the reason I'm asking is because are you surprised that it's taken this long? Does that happen usually?
Sometimes I've started slow, sometimes I've started fast, but it's baseball, and at the end of the day, I'm not worried about the last 3 months. I'm worried about the next pitch, which is today.
Who's helping you to get back on track?
A lot of people. A lot of people have been helping, so just working at it every day.
For this team to be able to do what it's done, 10 games over 500, navigating through all the things from an injury standpoint, what happened for about a month as the team was slumping as a whole, what does it say about this group?
I think just guys are in compete mode. Obviously, over the course of the season, there's going to be some bumps in the road, but guys in here are mature about how they go about the game and how they handle themselves. And we've had injuries. We're going to have the next man up mentality and just continue to get to go.
I think when we talk to you, because you're so monotone sometimes, do you have fun? Do you have fun playing? What makes you happy?
Winning makes me happy for sure. So when we win baseball games, I'm happy.
And you obviously want to be a contributor too, though. So that's part of the mix.
For sure, yeah. You want to help affect winning, and it's nice when you feel like you helped accomplish that with your teammates.
It seems like as a group, you guys are starting to click now offensively as a whole. Do you believe that, or do you look at it differently?
No, for sure. I think guys are doing a good job putting together good at-bats, and I think this lineup's built to put together good at-bats back to back and kind of wear pitchers down, and I feel like when we're doing that, we're really good.
I give a thumbs up to the interview, by the way.
All right, thanks.
Alex Bregman, a 3-run shot in last night's victory over San Diego. And you know what I'm talking about with the thumbs up and the thumbs down. Today is the last day to get your Cubs Charities 50-50 raffle tickets with a current jackpot of nearly $61,000. Get your ticket now through the end of the game at Cubs.com/raffle or from a raffle ambassador here at Wrigley Field through the 8th inning. Coming up, it's the Manager Show next on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Great Cubs guests all season long. Rahimi, Harrison, Grody, middays 10 to 2 on 104.3 The Score.
They call this one Bill.
Whoa, aliens? Am I in a spaceship?
Affirmative, Bill.
What's with the laser saw?
Relax. We are cutting our bill in half.
What?
An Xfinity mobile transmission says you can cut your bill in half.
Oh, your mobile bill, not me, Bill.
Xfinity Mobile also says we can try it free for a year. Free.
Yes, with no commitment. Can we put the saw away?
I am reluctant. But we will find another being to bisect.
That's not sci-fi. It's Xfinity Mobile. Xfinity Internet members cut your mobile bill in half. Plus, try Xfinity Mobile free for a year. No commitment. Learn more at xfinitymobile.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Xfinity Internet required. Savings compares one line of Xfinity Mobile Select to comparable plans from T-Mobile, Verizon, and AT&T as of 3/24/26. Taxes, fees, extra. $30 monthly discount limited to new mobile customers only. After 12 months, regular rates apply.
See website for details. BillsHappen.com is not a lender. It does not make credit decisions. Must be 18 years old. Not available in all states.
Honey, everything is so expensive, and our bills are piling up.
You're telling me credit cards are maxed out, rent is due, and the car payment's right around the corner? We need some extra cash.
We should do what my friend from work did. She went to BillsHappen.com and got the money she needed the next day.
Our credit is not great. Are you sure that would work for us?
BillsHappen.com is one of the largest personal loan networks. They can help people with all credit types get up to $5,000.
Sounds like it's going to be a hassle.
My friend said it was super easy. She did it right from her phone during her lunch break.
If you have a regular source of income, you can be approved for a loan for up to $5,000, and your cash can hit your bank account the next day. BillsHappen.com's lenders have millions of dollars to lend, regardless of your credit history.
Guess what? I went to BillsHappen.com, and we're getting our money tomorrow.
Wow, that's fast. Problem solved.
If you need extra cash, go to BillsHappen.com. That's BillsHappen.com. BillsHappen.com.
Save time every time for a great haircut. Just download the Great Clips app or check in online at greatclips.com. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Cubs Padres at Wrigley Field. It is time now to hear from manager Craig Counsell. Brought to you by Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy. Sip the fruity, candid-coated chaos. Counsell hoping success at the plate leads to freedom of the mind for Alex Bregman.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's always both. I mean, I think, there's the mechanical part of having your swing kind of locked in, and then there's the mental part of just needing success and wanting to contribute, and work paying off, to like stick to a plan of what you're trying to do. So it's never one or the other. It's always both, I think. And yeah, look, we all need positive reinforcement. You can work your tail off, and when you don't get results, it's discouraging, right? Like human nature, I think. And these guys are, as resilient as they come, but it's still nice to get results.
Is it important for guys like Bregman and others? Sometimes they have a chip on their shoulder. For instance, today we asked him about the thumbs down yesterday coming around bases after homering, and he didn't want to address it, which is fine, and certainly his okay, and so we're okay with it. But the idea that motivation sometimes comes from people pushing against you, is that part of what athletes do?
I mean, we all find our own ways to be motivated. Like that's just, everybody does that. And I think you can pick all sorts of ways. You can pick the people that love you to motivate you. You can pick people that doubt you to motivate you. And I think we all do both from time to time, especially those of us, and you guys get it too, especially those of us that are getting constant feedback on our performance, right? When you get constant feedback on your performance, you kind of, I think, toggle between picking the lovers and the haters and who's motivating you.
Well said by Craig Counsell. When we come back, the pitching matchup next on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Nico Horner. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago, Coom here. Stats don't lie. Want MVP numbers and light beer? That's Flight by Yuengling. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, crisp, refreshing. That's elite efficiency. Other beers, padding stats with extra carbs and no flavor. Care about your beer stats? The choice is obvious. Flight is dominating. Numbers don't lie, Chicago. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. DG Yingling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
Performing a double lung and liver transplant on a lung cancer patient had never been done until now. Using a breakthrough approach, Northwestern Medicine performed this first-of-its-kind triple transplant. Northwestern Medicine. Better.
Yo, it's Jay Uso from WWE, and I'm Jimmy Uso. Chumba Casino and WWE are hyped for the biggest event of the summer, SummerSlam. I know, I can't wait. There's nothing better to do while we're waiting than playing Chumba Casino. Sign up today, and you could win a VIP experience with Chumba Casino and WWE for SummerSlam. So what are you waiting for? Play Chumba Casino and enter for your chance to win. Let's Chumba. Yeah.
Sponsored by VGW Group. No purchase necessary. See terms at ChumbaCasino.com. Must be over 21 and present in a state where it's legal to play.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And right now, save $500 on Tempur-Breeze mattresses, plus get a $300 instant gift. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
For over 60 years, Fitzgerald Equipment has kept Illinois and Wisconsin moving with forklifts, rentals, and expert service, featuring heli forklifts built to go the distance. Visit FitzgeraldEquipment.com. Trusted equipment powered by Heli. Fitzgerald Equipment, material handling handled. Proud partner of Cubs Radio.
Every team needs a closer. Injured? Dial Pound Law. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Proud partner of the Chicago Cubs. Morgan & Morgan, 332 South Michigan Avenue, Chicago.
Cubs hosting San Diego. The finale of a 3-game set. Who are you banking on? Is sponsored by UC Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. I'm banking on Pete Crow Armstrong, who's coming off a monster month of June where he hit .381 with 11 home runs and 20 RBIs in 26 games. The pitching matchup is sponsored by Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Enjoy the laid-back experience of Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Veteran right-hander Colin Ray going for the Cubs. 5-5, a 4.80 ERA. He allowed 1 earned run on 5 hits and 5+ innings last weekend in Milwaukee. Meantime, fellow right-hander Walker Buehler is on the hill for San Diego. He's 5-3 with a 3.81 ERA. Buehler coming off a victory over the Dodgers last weekend. 1 earned run on 3 hits in 5 2/3 innings, 3 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Let's go around baseball and check the scoreboard. Right now in the bottom half of the 5th inning in Camden Yards, the Orioles are leading the White Sox 3-1. Tyler O'Neill with a solo shot for Baltimore. Other action in the bottom of the 3rd inning in Cleveland. The Guardians on top of the Rangers 5-1. David Fry with a 3-run home run for Cleveland, his 5th of the year. At Fenway Park, the Nationals on top of the Red Sox 2-0. Last of the 2nd inning, Andres Chaparro with his 1st home run of the year for Washington. The Tigers and Yankees are underway in the Bronx. They are scoreless in the bottom half of the 2nd inning. Other action later on, Mets are in Toronto to take on the Blue Jays. The Phillies are hosting the Pirates. And now we pause for the national anthem.
Honor America with our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Dan and Kyle Spiegel performing the national anthem this afternoon at Wrigley Field. The national anthem sponsored by the Salvation Army Adult Rehabilitation Centers and Thrift Stores, fueling recovery, hope, and second chances. It's time for baseball at Wrigley. Cubs, Padres, Pat, Ron, next on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk with Mully and Haw. Mornings 5:30 to 10 on 104.3 The Score.
Send your taste buds back to the candy aisle for a taste of classic candy flavor with a Fruity Rainbow Extra Strength 5-Hour Energy Shot. The iconic flavors of your favorite fruity candy, juicy berry bursts, tangy citrus squeezes, and a tropical pop that tastes like your favorite fruity candy. Combined with the sugar-free 5-Hour Energy blend of B vitamins, nutrients, and a caffeinated kick. Get a Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shot today. For more information, visit 5hourenergy.com.
Chicago sports fans, it's Ron Coomer. Summer baseball is in full swing, and it's the perfect time to enjoy your outdoor space. TimberTech decking is engineered with advanced innovation and resilient design to stand up to sun, rain, and years of gathering. You get the beauty of wood without sanding, staining, or splinters. Order free samples or connect with a contractor near you at TimberTech.com, TimberTech.com. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
Who's on first? Southwest Airlines, ranked first among U.S. airlines by the Wall Street Journal. Based on WSJ's 2025 rankings, see southwest.com/WSJ.
Hey, Cubs fans, Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer here. This Cubs season, listen to the Cubs in crystal clear FM quality on 104.3 The Score.
It's got a chance! Gone! Pete Crow Armstrong with a long home run.
Imagine listening to all the action on FM. Cubs baseball has never sounded this good. Listen to every game on your home of the Cubs. 104.3 The Score.
Presented by the official sports book of The Score. Circa Sports. Sports betting the way it should be with no bet fee.
This Odyssey Sports broadcast is presented by ZipRecruiter. Find out why 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try it free at ZipRecruiter.com/team.
And now, Odyssey and 104.3 The Score bring you Chicago Cubs baseball on the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Gone! 3-run homer, Ian Happ. And a line drive base hit. He has done it. Pete Crow Armstrong has hit for the cycle. Which drives one in the air. This ball's got a chance. Gone! What you came in for. You got the Cubs game on The Score.
Chicago Cubs baseball is presented to you in part by the Volvo XC90, Benny's Beverage Depot, Benjamin Moore, Grand Appliance, James Hardy Building Products, Laturo Tire, It's Not a Game, Illinois.com, Old National Bank, Sea Glass Wine, Sloan, Southwest Airlines, Xfinity, your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers, and Yingling, the oldest brewery in America. And now, here's the Hall of Famer, Pat Hughes, and All-Star Ron Coomer, with all the exciting play-by-play action of Chicago Cubs baseball.
Chicago Cubs baseball is on the air from Wrigley Field in Chicago. It's time for Game 3 of this series between the Chicago Cubs and the San Diego Padres. Good afternoon, everybody. Along with former Cub and All-Star Ron Coomer, it's Pat Hughes reporting. Zach Zaidman working alongside. Our engineer is Rich Wyatt. We all thank you for joining us. It's a scorching summer day at the friendly confines, 91 degrees, and the Cubs are as hot as the weather, looking for their 5th consecutive win. Starting pitchers today, right-handers Colin Ray going for the Cubs. It's his 36th birthday, and Walker Buehler, the former Dodger, starting for San Diego. Let's go ahead and get right to the starting lineups for today's game. Brought to you by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Leading off for San Diego and playing in right field, Fernando Tatis Jr. Gavin Sheets in left field. Batting third, the designated hitter, Manny Machado. Ty France is the cleanup man, France at first base. The center fielder batting fifth, Jackson Merrill. Xander Bogaerts, the shortstop. Jake Cronenworth is the number 7 hitter. Cronenworth plays second base. Rodolfo Duran catching, and Sung Moon Song batting ninth and playing third base. So there you have the Padres. Here are the Cubs. Pete Crow Armstrong will lead off in center. Alex Bregman at third base. Michael Bush is batting third and playing first base. Seiya Suzuki, the cleanup man, in right field. Ian Happ is the Cubs left fielder. Batting sixth and playing second base, Nico Horner. Michael Conforto is the designated hitter. Miguel Amaya catching, and batting ninth and playing shortstop, Dansby Swanson. So again, the lineups brought to you by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. 91 degrees, as we mentioned. Game time temperature is sponsored by Four Seasons, your trusted local experts for heating, air conditioning, plumbing, sewer, and electric. Waiting for the Cubs to take the field. Let's take a timeout. Back to get this one started. A sellout crowd is on hand. Cubs try to stay red hot, looking to sweep the series right after this on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Craig Counsell. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Joel Gott Wines is a true all-American classic and the go-to wine for America's favorite pastime. Since 1996, Joel has selected the best vineyards in California to craft balanced, approachable, and food-friendly wines. Whether it's a classic Chicago dog or Italian beef sandwich, Joel Gott is the perfect pairing for any ballpark staple. Whether you're watching at Wrigley Field or at home, look for Joel Gott Wines in the wine aisle at your local retailer. Joel Gott Wines, official wine partner of the Chicago Cubs.
It's game time, and that makes it the perfect time for a flight by England. Just 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, and packed with flavor. Flight is the next generation of light beer. The oldest brewery in America. Look for Flight wherever you buy beer. Cubs have been on a roll, partner, and I'll tell you what, it's good to have you back.
Ronnie, great to be back. Thank you. Thanks to you for checking in on me, and the same to Zach, and the same to the people we work for, Mitch Rosen at the radio station, and Rain Kenny and Colin Faulkner here with the Cubs. Everyone checking in to make sure I'm hale and hearty. I'm ready to go. I feel much better. Just have one of those lingering head colds that can be very annoying, especially this time of year.
Yes, they can. Summer colds. Seems like you never can get rid of them. But I'll tell you one thing, the Cubs got rid of the woes, and they're rolling. They have been swinging the bats very well as of late. They're 14 in the last 18, and with all the injuries that this club has had in the pitching staff, they've found a way to get it done night after night.
Plenty of offense. Ron, as you know, you've been here. 5 home runs for the Cubs last night. And as the calendar flipped over to July this morning, this is the time when the hitters start smiling as they arrive at Wrigley Field.
Yeah, it's a whole different ballgame from April here at Wrigley Field.
Fernando Tatis Jr. leads it off. First pitch by Colin Ray is in there for a strike, and away we go. Ray's celebrating his 36th birthday today. He has split his 10 decisions this year. ERA 4.8. Here's a ground ball to third. One hop to Bregman. Gloves it cleanly. The toss across in time, and it's out number 1. Ron, as you think about Ray facing these Padres today, what's on your mind?
Well, I think the important thing is to, A, stay out of the middle of the plate. And it's the back and forth, the speed pitching around the strike zone, not in the middle of the strike zone. It has been great weather to hit here with the wind blowing out. It's blowing out again today, not quite as hard as it has the last 2 days, but for Colin, keeping the hitters off balance, crucial today.
Gavin Sheets, the left-handed batter, will take outside for a ball. As a hitter, Ron, you get to this time of year, especially games at Wrigley and in any other hot weather cities, Here's a pitch outside. Are you looking for some sinking fastballs from the opposing pitcher?
Well, the guys are trying their best to get you to keep the ball on the ground. They don't want the ball elevated. And that's, as a hitter, that's the cat and mouse game of trying to figure out each other and how to do what you're trying to get accomplished.
2-0 pitch is outside, 3-0. And that's something you also see when it gets this hot. Pitchers will work around hitters, and they will issue more walks. The 3-0 is in there for a strike, 3-1.
And as you and I have talked about many times, giving extra hitters, putting guys on base, it's the walks and the errors and mistakes that you make, boy, they can make you pay in a hurry.
Outside, ball 4. There's a base on balls. And the Padres have a man on, just underway. No score, one away in the batter, Manny Machado.
Machado's been struggling, and we know that, but we also know how dangerous he can be. He flicked one to right, and it just went out of the ballpark yesterday into the basket and straight right.
Machado's struggling at 189. Strong right-handed batter. No crouch at all in his stance as he swings and fouls it back. It's a wide open stance. It's kind of unlike almost any other batting stance you see in the big league.
No, it's very unique, but it has served him very well. He does a very good job at the ball from that outer third to the inside part of the plate.
Is a chopper foul and the count 0-2.
First inning, powered by Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco Distributors Incorporated.
Cubs in their home white uniforms, bright white shirts and trousers, blue pinstripes all over, blue hats, numbers, sleeves, and socks. A variety of shoe colors. Most of the guys wear white shoes these days. Machado swings and misses and a breaking ball. Strike 3. That pitch probably a few inches off the outside corner. But it's a strikeout for Colin Ray. 2 down, a man at first. 0-0 game. First inning. The batter is Ty France.
Speed Gun today powered by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that. Ray's fastball today will probably be somewhere right around the 94-mile-an-hour range.
France, another guy with a wide open stance. Swings and misses at a breaking ball.
A great location with that slider. Starts out inner half. France goes on the attack, and then the ball's down and away.
France having a decent year offensively. 10 home runs, 29 driven in. Hits out of a bit of a crouch. Open stance, swings and fouls it back. What do you like on 0-2 here?
So far, so good. He's thrown 2 breaking balls down and away, and France has not picked the ball up very well at all. He was way out in front of one, and then a cue shot in foul territory. I'd throw him another slider down and away and see if you can get him to chase.
Sheets leads at first, being held by Bush. And now the 0-2 from Ray to France. Outside for a ball, 1-2. Padres in their traveling unis, a lot of brown, dark brown shirts, yellow numbers on their backs, light brown trousers with a brown stripe going down the side of the pants leg. And the 1-2. And it's taken upstairs, 2-2. And they've got brown hats. Uniform description sponsored by Benjamin Moore. On the field or the walls of your home, the right team and colors make all the difference. Official paint of the Chicago Cubs, Benjamin Moore. The 2-2. Fouled away.
Another good slider. That pitch probably off the plate away. France barely got a piece of it. Defensive alignment today, sponsored by Fitzgerald Equipment, material handling handled. Learn more at FitzgeraldEquipment.com. As we've noticed since we've gotten back home and the wind blowing out, outfielders are playing very deep here at the friendly confines.
The next pitch, check swing. Did he go? No swing. Adam Beck, the first base umpire, had that decision. He ruled no swing, and that was close. So traveling time for the runner. He will not be held on with the 3-2 count. Bush plays defensively behind the runner. There he goes, and the pitch chopped foul. And we'll do it again. The Padres still hoping for a postseason berth. They have a record of 43-41. Of course, these two teams met in the opening wild card round a year ago. The Cubs winning a hard-fought best-of-3 series right here at Wrigley. All 3 games were here. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Colin Ray gets a couple of strikeouts. The Padres get no runs. We go to the bottom of the first. 0-0 game on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago. This is Pete Crow Armstrong. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Man, with these Bosch lasers, I can knock out the job.
You tell him, champ.
Who are you?
I'm your inner Bosch.
My inner...
Bosch, baby. I'm that feeling you get when you got a job on the ropes.
Like a window install?
One you're about to knock out with Bosch lasers.
Oh.
More like KO, am I right?
Was that a punchline?
Sure was, Laser Man.
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a
Bosch.
They call this one Bill.
Whoa, aliens? Am I in a spaceship?
Affirmative, Bill.
What's with the laser saw?
An Xfinity mobile transmission says you can cut your bill in half.
Oh, your mobile bill, not me, Bill.
Xfinity Internet members, cut your mobile bill in half. Plus, try Xfinity Mobile free for a year. No commitment. Learn more at xfinitymobile.com. Restrictions apply. Savings compares one line of Xfinity Mobile Select to comparable plans from T-Mobile, Verizon, and AT&T as of 3/24/26. Taxes, fees, extra. $30 monthly discount limited to new mobile customers only. After 12 months, regular rates apply.
Here. Baseball's been around a long time, since the 1800s, when pitchers threw underhand. You know what's been around even longer? Yuengling. Yuengling started brewing in 1829. People were drinking a cold Yuengling before baseball even existed. No box scores, no seventh inning stretches, just great beer that stood the test of time for 197 years. So next time you're at a ballpark, grab a Yuengling traditional lager, because just like baseball, legends stand the test of time. Yuengling is proud to be the official beer of the Cubs Radio Network.
DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
Hey, Cubs fans, make history with your business in the Village of Bedford Park. To learn more, contact Adam Colopy at ACOLLOPY at villageofbedfordpark.com.
Cubs leadoff man is Pete Crow Armstrong, presented by Benny's Beverage Depot. The right-hander Walker Buehler ready to go to work. His first pitch of the day. Swung on, looper, shallow right center, coming in and diving. No, he was going to dive. He played it on a bounce. Merrill plays it on the first bounce. It's a bloop single for Pete Crow Armstrong. The way Merrill was crouching his body, Ron, I expected him to make a dive, and he did not.
Yeah, kind of an odd play as he comes in. He kind of breaks to the side, and then he has to come in, and that cost him probably 2 steps. And I think that's part of the reason he just didn't dive, because if that ball goes past them, that's got a chance of being inside the park home run.
Alex Bregman will take a strike. Cubs leadoff man brought to you by Benny's Beverage Depot. With that base hit, Benny's now will generously donate $200 to service dog charities. The next pitch fouled away by Bregman. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. The umpires today, Dan Iasonia calling balls and strikes. Adam Beck to make the decisions at first base. Ryan Wills at second. The third base umpire, Jeremy Rahak. And the 0-2. Check swing by Bregman on a pitch up and in, no swing. Bregman, a long home run last night. The Cubs clobbered 5, and they needed all of them in a 9-7 win. It was what I would call a very typical game for early July or late June.
Yeah, absolutely. You just never knew when something, there was a walk or an error and 2 men get on, and a big inning is, not even a really good swing away from a 3-run homer.
No score, bottom of the first. Bregman takes just up high. Walker Buehler run is 5-3. It's his 17th game of the year. Former Dodger. In his career, he's an impressive 30 games over 500. Pitching for the Dodgers had something to do with that. Here's the 2-2 to Bregman. Hit foul off to the right. What's the plan against him?
Well, I think you got to understand the pitches that he's featured. He's got a good slider, good sweeping breaking ball. That knuckle curve was his signature pitch. But fastball is average velocity, maybe 93-ish.
Quick throw to first, diving back in PCA.
But he's going to mix. He now features a lot of pitches, and he's going to mix in them all. And I really believe when guys have this many pitches, where they, you're closing in on 7 different pitches, what works that day is what you go with.
The runner goes. The ball gets away from the catcher. Pete's going to go to third base. The throw to third is not in time. Alertly, Pete sensed that ball was either hit or that it got by the catcher. He turned to look, Ron, and saw the catcher Duran running back to the backstop, and then he turned on the afterburner around second and dove into third safely. Excellent base running.
Yeah, Pete taking off the pitch, and then he gets the second. Duran starts hard back at the ball, but then kind of jogs after it, and Pete sees that. And I'll tell you, he just turned on the burners is right.
Bregman takes outside ball 4. The Padres, interestingly, have the infield in the bottom of the first inning. Does that surprise you?
Yeah, it really does, especially on a day with the wind blowing out where runs, anybody can reach the seats. I think that's maybe confidence in Buehler that, just going after him. I'm not sure what that – I just would never do that in the first inning. Maybe it's lack of confidence, that you got to try to shut down every run you can.
Michael Busch, the batter, swings and misses. I could see it in a game in early April or in early October where you have chilly weather and you're expecting a low-scoring game, but not today.
No, I would agree. To me, it's kind of an odd thing to see.
Busch will take a strike now. He has to put it in play. It's 0-2. What's the thinking here, Ron?
Now you got to get a pitch out over the plate. Now you just got to put the ball in play. A ground ball might be a double play, but it also would score a run. But if you're Michael, you really got to try to put this ball in play.
The infield is back. Right-handed pitcher, left-handed batter, the pitch. And that's going to be strike 3 called. Top of the zone. Didn't expect Busch to be caught looking in that particular plate appearance, but he is out number 1, and here is Seiya Suzuki.
Yeah, that changeup totally fooled Busch. That ball starts out inside corner and really gets a lot of the plate. I'm guessing that Michael did not see that ball out of the hand very well.
Suzuki with 99 career home runs. Seiya will take outside for a ball. Infield is back. No score, first and third, 1 away, bottom of the first. Huge crowd ready to make some noise right now. Seiya with 12 homers for the year, hits a fly ball, left center field and deep. This ball's got a chance, gone! 3-run homer, Seiya Suzuki, number 100 for his career, and the Cubs jump out to a 3-0 lead.
This pitch up and out over the plate, breaking ball, and it stays up, but it's in the strike zone. Suzuki blasts this ball. That's a no-doubt home run to left center. And congratulations to Seiya, home run number 100, as he said, partner. That is a big deal. But that was a long home run and puts the Cubs ahead 3-0.
Here is Ian Happ. And Happ takes inside for a ball. Zach and I were discussing that in the pregame show today. That's only the 4th player of Japanese descent that has hit 100 home runs in the big league. Zach, do you have the other list?
Yeah, it's quite an impressive list. Shohei Ohtani, Hideki Matsui, and Ichiro. And Seiya joins that list.
That's a good group to join, I would say. The 1-1 pitch to Happ is chopped foul. Does Ichiro on the list surprise you with 100 home runs? It did me.
No, I watched him take batting practice and watching him play and playing against him. He had big-time pop. He just used the other side because he liked hitting for a really high average.
Ian Happ batting left-handed. Cubs lead 3-0. By the way, the scoring on Pete Crow Armstrong, give him a stolen base, and he goes to third on the same play on a wild pitch.
think they'll take another look at that. I got to believe that's going to be a pass ball as opposed to a wild pitch. But
Happ swings and misses strike 3. And that's going to be out number 2. So you think it might be a PB?
yeah, I think so. I think it's going to end up being a pass ball. But stolen bases by the Cubs. I do think the stolen base was right. Pete was off and running. Stolen bases are sponsored by Turo Tires, Chicago's hometown tire. Get called safe at Turo Tires. Find yours at Turo.com.
Nico Horn to the batter. Nico will take outside for a ball. Uniform descriptions we gave you, sponsored by Benjamin Moore. On the field or the walls of your home, the right team and colors make all the difference. Official paint of the Chicago Cubs, Benjamin Moore. Foul away off to the right.
Now, I know you've missed a couple games here, and you're back and feeling better. Is you're feeling better? You feel like a Bosch?
Who doesn't?
That's why I knew that would be the case. And feel like a Bosch prediction from the Hall of Famer, brought to you by Bosch Power Tools. Feel like a Bosching Bosch. Pat Hughes, what do you got?
Nico Horner takes high for a ball. It's 2-1.
I may hear from them because that's not exactly how the thing was supposed to be read, but we were Bosching.
How often do we read it exactly the way it's supposed to be read?
I don't know if we've ever done it.
Outside, it's ball 3, but thanks to Bosch for being with us.
Don't be Boschful.
No, can't be. Horner at 3-1 waiting. Let's see if he gets something to drive. He takes outside. I wouldn't be surprised to see Nico running here with 2 down. How about you, Ron?
Same. Absolutely. Second walk of the inning. Couple hits surrounded that. Cubs up 3-0.
The announcement of the umpires brought to you by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Pete Armstrong with a base hit started this rally. After Bregman walked, Seiya Suzuki drilled a 3-run homer deep over the wall in left center. Now with 2 outs, Horner has walked. And here is Michael Conforto ready to step in. Cubs trying to sweep all 3, and this is the final game between the 2 teams in the regular season. Cubs have won 4 of the first 5, including the last 4 in a row over San Diego. No game tomorrow. The Cardinals will be at Wrigley all weekend long. We'll give you the starting times a bit later on. Conforto hits a bouncing ball to short, scooped up by Bogarts, and he throws to first in time. But it's a prosperous first inning for the Cubs. 3 runs on 2 hits. They leave a man at the end of 1. Cubs 3, Padres nothing on the score, and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Spiegel and Holmes, great Cubs guests and more on your way home 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score.
Chicago weather is relentless. The ice, the snow, the summer humidity. Your home's exterior can take a beating. What if your siding was made to stand strong through it all? Hardy Fiber Cement Siding is engineered for our climate. It resists cracking in the freezing cold and won't swell in the summer heat. You get the timeless beauty of wood with lasting protection and low maintenance. Your home deserves the #1 brand of siding in North America. James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Learn more at jameshardy.com. That's jameshardy.com.
The winning lineup for your home starts with the appliance experts at Grand Appliance. With premium brands like Bosch and Thermador, Grand Appliance can help your home perform like an all-star. And with fast delivery, professional installation, and of course, the lowest prices every day, Grand makes it easy to upgrade your home with the latest appliance innovations. Shop grandappliance.com or one of their 12 Chicagoland locations to learn more. That's Grand Appliance, Chicago's hometown appliance leader since 1930.
Being pregnant and finding out you have cancer. I'm Robin, and that was me. But my oncologist, orthopedic surgeon, and high-risk obstetrician at Northwestern Memorial Hospital created the safest chemotherapy plan, so I didn't have to choose between my life and my baby's.
Top ranked in Illinois for obstetrics and gynecology by U.S. News and World Report, Robin's team collaborated to deliver a healthy baby and mother, performing a C-section then cancer removal the same day. Northwestern Medicine. Better.
Surround yourself in color with Regal Select from Benjamin Moore. Rich, durable, and effortlessly beautiful. Find yours at your locally owned retailer. Visit BenjaminMoore.com today.
Top two, Cubs leading the Padres 3-0. The second inning is brought to you by Seaglass Wines, official partner of the Cubs, bringing the California coast to you wherever you are. Huh?
Colin Ray working on Jackson Merrill. Second inning underway. Cubs leading 3-0. First pitch to Merrill, a strike. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers, by the way, brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. The next offering in there for a call, strike two. Colin Ray celebrating birthday number 36 today. I thought he looked a little taller when I saw him on the mound. And the 0-2, swing and a miss. And that's a strikeout. Merrill thought it may have hit the dirt. It did not. And he's out number one. Again, strikeouts brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. One away. That's 3 consecutive strikeouts for Ray. And the batter is Xander Bogaerts.
Excellent off-speed pitch. Starts out knee high, little change or split. And this ball ends up at the shoe tops when it gets to the hitting zone.
Bogaerts' average is down, 234. And he'll take a strike. They've got 3 guys in their lineup that have a puzzlingly low batting average. I would put Bogaerts in that category. Certainly Manny Machado. Here's a drive down the left field line. Racing over Ian Happ. Makes a running catch. Very nice play by Ian. He had to be thinking about the side wall as he approached foul territory. Reached up, made a backhand grab as he was slowing down. And he made it look routine, but I don't think you could call it that, Ron.
No, I would agree. Once you start getting to the warning track going straight across to the side wall, you've got about 2 good steps when you're running, and then you better start thinking about the brakes, because if not, you're going to run right into that padded wall, but it's just brick right behind it.
Cronenworth takes a strike. I've been watching Ian Happ play left field here for a long time. I think he is about as good as anybody I've ever seen patrolling left field and all of the little various components. Here's a swing and a base hit down the left field line. Happ's going to play this one off the sidewall and hold Cronenworth to a single. But I think Ian Happ plays about as clean and effective and impressive of defensive left field as anybody I've ever seen in my time.
Yeah, there's been some good ones here, that's for sure. And you know, you talk to Billy Williams. He played out there for quite a while. The thing that Ian does that's really impressive, that last play, that's a double all day long, and he turns it into a single because he gets to that wall, knows exactly how to play the carom, and gets rid of the ball like an infielder to second base.
Rodolfo Duran hits a fly ball to deep center. Backpedaling his PCA. Does he see it? Yes, he's got it. On the warning track about 5 feet in front of the green vines. No runs for the Padres. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. Cubs lead 3-0 on the score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Live in the Chicagoland area? Get all the Cubs games on the Odyssey app. AUDACY.
Don't miss the Toast of the Game presented by Benny's Beverage Depot when we celebrate the game's greatest moments and players. Benny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Hyundai gives you America's best warranty on every new vehicle. It includes a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty, plus 24/7 roadside assistance. That's peace of mind from Hyundai. And these days, that's priceless.
Right now, for a limited time, lease the Hyundai Elantra for $179 a month or get $2,000 total savings. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end July 6th. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
Plumbing emergency? Chicagoland depends on Plumbers 911. Licensed professional local 130 plumbers are available 24/7 for fast, reliable help. Call 833-PLUM-911. Local 130 plumbers get the job done right the first time.
Did you know you could earn up to $600 when you open a checking account at Old National Bank?
$600? You could do a lot with that. Like tickets to somewhere warm?
Now boarding for Miami.
Or tickets to your favorite band.
Or tickets to your favorite band in Miami.
Boom. Now you're talking.
Earn up to a $600 bonus when you open an eligible checking account and complete qualifying activities. Additional restrictions apply. Visit oldnational.com/checking. Offer valid through October 30th, 2026. Member FDIC.
Shop Grand Appliance for expert advice, fast delivery, professional installation, and of course, the lowest prices every day on top brands like Bosch. Visit grandappliance.com for full details.
Pat, have I got a treat for you. On Saturday, July 18th, the Cubs take on the Twins at 1:20 in the afternoon. Up to the first 4,000 early arriving fans in the Budweiser bleachers will receive a Cubs National Hot Dog Day cap presented by Vienna Beef. Be sure to arrive early.
Zach, one key question. Would that be a dry dog?
For you, anything can be arranged.
Oh, yeah. We get all the dry dogs you want.
First pitch to Miguel Amaya is outside from Walker Buehler. Second pitch in there for a strike, 1-1.
You know, folks, there's a lot of argument, whether you go Chicago and what you put on your hot dog. The New Yorkers don't know what they do, but it's kind of odd, but we'll go with it because Zach's in the booth. and then my partner, straight dry dog.
The drier, the better. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Walker Buehler to Miguel Amaya.
And, folks, I am not kidding.
And it's outside for a ball.
A little bit about Zach, because we've all eaten dogs in New York. And we've had to give that a sample. But Pat likes his hot dog on the bun, and that is it.
Swinging a foul back. I used to put a little mustard, sometimes a little ketchup, sometimes both. But I found that with the dry dog, you're never really disappointed.
Yeah. I think putting the ketchup on it probably was the reason for some of the disappointment.
Could be.
But that's just the Chicagoan in me.
And mixing the ketchup and the mustard was probably not the smartest thing either. Sure glad we're having this conversation.
Yeah, you're on to something.
This conversation is long overdue.
Yeah, I think we could do this maybe on the off day tomorrow.
You bring the dry dogs, I'll be there. Here's a pitch, swing and a miss. And Amaya is out number 1. One away, and the batter, Dansby Swanson.
Yeah, the dry dog thing was the originator of the dry dog was our executive producer, Mitch Rosen, during the World Series. That was what our diet consisted of at the ballpark from 1 o'clock to about midnight every day during the World Series on the road.
He would always put about 10 of the dogs in a carton.
Yeah.
With the gray cardboard, I guess you'd call it. And he would have a smile on his face. Yeah. I got food for us. Yeah. Let me guess.
I'll never forget Len Casper at the end of the World Series. We're getting, we've been celebrating for a while, and he's like, I can't wait to go home and just have something good for me.
I think his exact quote was, "This is the worst I've ever eaten in my entire life." Deep drive to left off the bat of Dansby Swanson. That is a long home run. And the Cubs lead 4-0. Dansby on a home run binge. He hit 2 last night. He's up to 14 for the year. That's his 50th run batted in. And the Cubs now lead by a score of 4-0 over San Diego.
Well, you just look at the swings of Dansby. When he gets a pitch in his zone, let's say a breaking ball that should be hit, he's on the plane of the baseball. He's not coming off the ball, and the barrel stays right through the baseball instead of the barrel dropping under. When it does that, with the power and the athleticism that he has, he's going to square a lot of balls up, and he has been lately. That's for sure.
Pete Armstrong pulls the ground ball to the right side. Cronenworth, second baseman, makes the play to first, out number 2. And it brings up Alex Bregman. Let me ask you this, Ron. Dansby Swanson now with 50 runs batted in, 5-0, leads the team in RBIs. When is the last time in the second half of a season that you saw a number 9 hitter lead his team in runs batted in?
Never.
I never have.
That would be a never. Nope.
Here's Bregman, and Alex will take a curveball for a strike.
No, he has been on a roll, and I just love the work he's doing. You can see even in batting practice, he's, dialed in on hitting the ball the other way, cage work, hit the ball the other way, and all of a sudden now you get on time, And to hit the ball as that pitch misses high, as you do that, it forces the barrel of the bat to stay above the ball going to the baseball. Then you stay through it. And he is doing that and then some right now.
Bregman takes high for a ball.
Tell you one thing, baseball is a lot more fun when you're getting some hits. And when you're hitting home runs, it's really fun.
Cubs with 2 homers today. They had 5 as a team last night. Bregman pops it up shallow center. Second baseman Cronenworth, battling the sun, makes the catch to end the inning. But the Cubs get a run on the home run by Swanson. It's on to inning number 3. It's the Cubs 4 and the Padres nothing on the score in the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago. This is Pete Crow Armstrong. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
For 120 years, innovation has been at the heart of Sloan, and fans can experience it firsthand at Wrigley Field. From trusted restroom solutions to bottle fillers delivering clean drinking water, Sloan supports Cubs fans all season long. Learn more at sloan.com.
Summer is the time for making memories, not appointments. That's why there's Great Clips. You can use convenient online check-in to get in for a great haircut for less whenever you have time. Plus, their skilled salon stylists saved your haircut details in clip notes, so you can get the same cut next time, no matter who you see. So what are you waiting for? Get in, get out, and get back to enjoying summer with time-saving haircuts at Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Injured? Dial pound law.
Morgan & Morgan, 332 South Michigan Avenue, Chicago.
Party at your place this summer? Fix things up inside and out with July 4th deals now at Lowe's. Get up to 45% off select major appliances and save up to an additional 25% off when you bundle select major appliances. Plus, save $80 on the select Charbroil Performance Series gas grill, now $299. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 7/8 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for more details.
Who's on first? Southwest Airlines, ranked first among U.S. airlines by the Wall Street Journal. Based on WSJ's 2025 rankings, see southwest.com/WSJ.
Getting set for the top of the fourth. It should say top of the third. It is a 4-0 lead for the Cubs. Mostly sunny, 90 degrees, wind blowing straight out. Time and temperature sponsored by Circa Sports. Sports betting the way it should be with no bet fees. Pat?
Sun Moon Song. Leading off the third inning for San Diego. Left-handed batting third baseman. And the pitch on the way to Song is taken outside for a ball. Just the way it sounds, S-O-N-G.
Now, I was, filling out my scorebook this morning, and I wrote that in, and I stopped and started thinking about that.
Line to right, down the line. Going to be a base hit. Skips all the way into the corner, off the wall. Racing around first, heading for a double is Sun Moon Song. Nothing that Suzuki could do in right. He had to play it off the wall. It's a leadoff two-base hit, and the batter, Fernando Tatis Jr.
Yeah, it looked like a little cutter. Ray wanted this ball down and away, and it ended up down and in, and Song pulled it. Now, when I looked at his name, I thought instantly of the Neil Diamond song, Song Song Blues. Right? And then I started looking at his whole name, and I'm like, Jimmy Buffett would make a song out of that in a heartbeat, wouldn't he?
Mm-hmm. Fernando Tatis Jr. will take inside. Yeah, I miss Jimmy. He used to be a great Cub fan. Jimmy Buffett was at the White House, if you recall, when the Cubs visited after their World Series championship.
Yeah, you and I saw him, and I believe it was his daughter. They were walking around.
Yeah.
And you and I had kind of ventured from the party a little bit, and he was up ahead of us with an escort, and that was pretty cool. Yeah, very nice guy.
He had just arrived from Margaritaville. Here's the 2-0 pitch on the way. Inside to Tatis. Jimmy passed away a couple of years ago. What a performer.
Yeah, very much so.
Songwriter, singer. And loved the Cubs. He said Chicago was one of his favorite towns. Here's the 3-0, and it's in there for a strike. Jimmy said he loved the city because it was one of the first areas where the audiences would turn out in big numbers to watch him play his songs.
Yeah.
And he never forgot it.
Yep.
So he loved Chicago. Now the 3-1 from Colin Ray to Fernando Tatis. Fly ball, right center, playable. Suzuki or PCA, it's the latter to make the catch. Pete called off Seiya at the last second. It's out number 1. That's good communication right there. And the batter is Gavin Sheets.
Yep, you go after the ball, both guys, until one calls it. The center fielder has priority. If he wants it, he gets it. It's the same thing in the infield. If the shortstop calls it, he gets it. He has priority. And then in that same vein, the outfielders have priority over the infielders on balls going out towards the outfield.
Gavin Sheets, the left-handed batter, waits and takes outside for a ball. Cubs lead 4-0, third inning, 1 away. The plays that are tricky, Ron, are the ones directly in between two fielders, and it's not hit real high in the air, so you've got to be running at a full speed, and that's where the danger comes in. Outside for a ball. Who calls it? Sometimes neither guy calls it. They both think they can make the play.
Well, and the other thing, too, when you start talking about Wrigley Field, because the bleachers are so full and loud, you sometimes can't hear each other calling the ball.
Sheets with 14 home runs. He will swing and miss, and the count 2-1. Colin Ray, this is only his third career start against San Diego. He had only worked a grand total of 11 innings against them in his entire career before today. Kind of surprised me. Here's a chopper foul right side, 2-2.
Yeah, for somebody's, today celebrating his 36th birthday.
Made his big league debut with these Padres back in 2015. Colin Ray, very nice man. The 2-2 to Gavin Sheets. And it's inside. It hit him. Sheets got hit in the knee, or maybe the lower part of the shin bone. He's okay as he walks to first. Before Machado bats, 10 for ID. This is The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Covering the Cubs and all of Chicago's teams, Mully and Haw, mornings 5:30 to 10 on 104.3 The Score, in Odyssey Sports Station, WSCR, WSCR-FM, and HD1 Chicago.
Big spot in this game. The dangerous Manny Machado steps in. 2 men on, 1 away. Cubs lead by 4. And Machado hits a fly ball to center. Pete Crow-Armstrong is there, makes the catch. Pete initially misjudged it ever so slightly. Had to jam on the brakes and then come in to make the play, and that's out number 2.
Yes, line drive, straightaway center. With the way the ball came off the bat, you thought it would carry, but it didn't get up that high where the wind could affect it. Pete comes in to make the catch. Third inning brought to you by Consumers Credit Union. People, your corner who stand up for you wherever you go. Consumers Credit Union.
Ty France, right-handed batter, waits. And the pitch by Colin Ray, swing and a miss.
Colin's got a good breaking ball today. That between his tight slider, split, and that last pitch, bigger hook. He has excellent breaking stuff. He's at good location with it also.
2 men on, 2 down, and a balk is going to be called. Colin stumbled on his way to making the pitch. I'm not sure exactly what happened, Ron, if he had a spike stick in the dirt.
Yeah, I think the front foot, so his leg goes up, and then as you go towards your landing spot, he catches his spike on the dirt about halfway to where he normally has his front foot land before he throws the ball. And he just caught a spike, as you said, and that'll be a ball.
So men at second and third. Cubs lead 4-0, 2 down, third inning. And the 0-1 to Ty France. Inside, it hit him. Second hit batter in the inning. And now the bags are loaded in kind of a shaky third inning for Colin Ray. And this is a good trip for Tommy Hotovy to make to the mound.
Yeah, kind of odd pitches for Ray, who really has good command. And, this pitch was a breaking ball, and it's up and in, and Francis turns into it and lets it hit him in that arm pad on the tricep. And the pitch to Sheets that hit him was a breaking ball down and in. So, and that's to a left-handed hitter. So pretty big variance of where he's been missing here with that breaking ball.
Bases loaded. Jackson Merrill is due up. The home plate umpire, Dan Iasonia, goes out to break up the conference. A scorching hot day. I think both managers would hope for about 4 or 5 innings, and realistically, not a whole lot more than 5 in weather like this, Ron.
Yeah, I would agree. It's very hot. The teams have done very little work on the field over the last 2 days just because of the heat.
Merrill, the batter, he'll take outside 1-0.
Which to me makes all the sense in the world.
Infielders will try to knock down any ground ball to prevent a second run from scoring. Now the 1-0. Ground ball to second. Nico's got it. He'll go to first, and that's in time. Colin Ray works out of it. No runs, 2 hit batsmen, a leadoff double, and no run score. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Cubs 4, Padres nothing on the score, and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
The Cubs play here on 104.3 The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Rev up the rewards at the pump with Club Sitco. Find exclusive ways to win big, from sweepstakes to daily deals. Download the Club Sitco app. Savings good up to 30 gallons only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Whether your AC stops working, you've got a clogged drain, or need an extra outlet installed, Four Seasons has you covered. They're available 24/7 for emergency service with no extra charge for nights, weekends, or holidays. And Four Seasons has over 30,000 five-star reviews on Google with an A+ BBB rating. For all your cooling, plumbing, and electrical needs, you know who to call.
For all the right reasons, call 866-4 Seasons.
Got big plans tonight? Make sure your post-game plan is locked in before last call comes around. Plan ahead and party on with a sober ride home at the end of the night.
Your ride is here.
Drive sober or get pulled over. It's not a game.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Ask Benson Insurance Agency in Coal City if Auto Owners make sense for you.
New car, used car, or electric car, Consumers Credit Union delivers competitive rates and flexible terms. Join the people in your corner at myconsumers.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
Michael Bush on deck for the Cubs. Who's on Deck is sponsored by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit timbertech.com. Pat?
Michael Bush will take a strike. Bush, Suzuki, and Happ here in the bottom of the 3rd. Pitch on the way to Michael is fouled away, 0-2. If you're just joining us, the Cubs are off to a good start, trying to sweep the series. They got 3 in the first, a 3-run homer by Seiya Suzuki, and 1 in the second on a solo home run by Dansby Swanson. Colin Ray has pitched 3 shutout innings. Cubs on top 4-0. The 0-2 to Bush is fouled away. Mentioned the Cubs playing well, winning 4 in a row and 8 of their last 9 and 14 of their last 18. Bush will take strike 3 called, and that's going to be out number 1. 1 away, and the batter is Suzuki.
Yeah, been on some kind of roll here as of late, that's for sure. And, it's the contributions when you start looking at some of the games that have been won have, been guys coming up from AAA that day and, getting 3 outs in a game or 6 outs in a game. And, it's just been somebody different night after night. Been fun to watch.
There's no way to figure out this game, Ron. As long as you've been around, it continues to surprise you. Cubs with all the injuries. And ironically, it was when the injuries really became severe that they started playing their best ball.
Yeah, started taking off.
Go figure. Here's the next pitch taken for a strike, 2-1.
Well, we talked about at that point when you really started losing some guys quickly in rotation in particular. You know, we said that the only way the Cubs can survive this is the offense picks up and takes off and really starts, you out-hit some of the issues that you're created, by the injury, and they have. Banging the ball.
2 balls and 2 strikes on Seiya. Belted his career home run number 100 his first time up today. And the 2-2, breaking ball low, check swing, no swing. The Cardinals will make their first Wrigley Field appearance on Friday afternoon. It's a 3:05 game time. And the 3-2 taken high, ball 4. With a 4-run lead, the Cubs have a man on with 1 away in the 3rd inning, and the batter Ian Happ.
Good at bat by Seiya and chase that last high fastball.
Again, no game tomorrow. 3 different starting times now for the weekend against the Cardinals. Friday afternoon, 3:05, as Ian Happ takes very high. Saturday is a rare Wrigley Field Saturday night game.
Yeah.
It's on Fox Television, and that's why it's a night game. It starts at 7:08 p.m. That's Saturday. And then Sunday, 1:30 in the afternoon. And that's another televised game by Peacock.
Now, the Saturday night game will be followed by which a friend of mine told me this has happened once before, but I did not recall this, a fireworks show here at Wrigley Field. I do not recall ever having fireworks here, like a full display, like 4th of July display, but Cubs are having a fireworks night here on the 4th of July on that Saturday.
I'm not sure if I ever remember a Saturday or a night game on the 4th of July.
Yeah, I would agree. Even as a kid, we never, we always played, it seemed like, on the 4th of July in a tournament somewhere. But it was always during the day. The lead at first by Suzuki. The pitch to Happ. Swing and a foul at the plate. Ian wearing the powder blue batting gloves and the powder blue shoes. Tightens up those gloves as he wanders around outside the box. Doesn't this holiday remind you of baseball being a kid?
Sure.
4th of July, It was always tournament time, usually when you're playing about now.
Yeah, that's right.
Or getting into it real close for your summer league baseball. And, double headers in the heat. Yeah.
Saturday morning or afternoon. Always a ball game going on. The 2-1 pitch. Happ drives one in the air to right field. Going back is Tatis to the wall. It's off the wall and bouncing away. Tatis will get it back in. Suzuki goes to 3rd on a long double by Ian Happ. He almost hit it out of here. Tatis went back, could not make the catch as it hit off the vines and bounced toward the right field corner.
The little slider inside. Ian pulls the hands in and stays inside the ball so he keeps this ball fair. The ball's hit, and if it's 3 feet to the left or towards right center as opposed to towards the line, it's a home run. But it hits right where the wall kind of curves and hits the side curved area for a double.
Now Nico Horner batting with 1 away. This is a big at-bat. Cubs at 2nd and 3rd, 1 down. Let's see if Nico can come through. The pitch on the way. Looped foul off to the right, out of play.
Yeah, once again, San Diego playing the infield in.
They feel like they cannot get any further behind. Suzuki at 3rd, Happ at 2nd. And Nico hits a pop fly into shallow right. Coming in is Tatis. Tagging is Suzuki. Here's the catch. Suzuki will not try to score. Tatis has a very good arm and made a one-hop strike throw to the plate. 2 down.
Yeah, not only a good arm, but that was extremely accurate. He does everything you're supposed to do as a right fielder. He gets behind the ball. Even with the wind blowing out, he gets behind this plate, comes in, makes the catch above the shoulder, one step, transfer it through a one-hop bullet for a strike to home plate. Suzuki had been out by 4 steps at the plate.
Here's Michael Conforto batting, taking inside. This is an opportunity the Cubs do not want to let slip away. Conforto bounced out his first time. Runners lead at second and third from the stretch. Buehler delivers. High for a ball, 2-0.
Coming in live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud partner of the Chicago Cubs.
They're going to walk him intentionally here and take their chances with Miguel Amaya.
Now, to me, that is it's a move that you would see because you have a pitcher as the manager for San Diego. This is one of them things where he's got a gut feel being a pitcher, and I think that's why he's doing it.
Amaya takes high for a ball. It always puts pressure on your pitcher now to throw strikes.
Yep, that's right.
Amaya struck out his first time.
But you know what I mean? It's like sometimes you get a hitter in as the manager, they get feelings and they gut feel.
Here's ball 2 up high. It also puts more pressure on the pitcher to throw strikes.
Yep.
As we said, it's 2-0 now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Craig Stammen, former big league pitcher, the Padre manager. Now the 2-0. Miguel takes ball 3. Taking all the way, right?
Yep, I would think so, yes. I think he was ready to swing on 2-0, but that pitch was up and in. Almost hit him in the hands.
The fans vocally rising to the moment. The pitch is a strike. I'd be tempted to have him take another one here. How about you?
You could do that for sure. And if Amaya is not seeing the ball good, I'd be looking at the left field bleachers.
Strike 2 called. And now it's 3-2.
That's borderline pitch away. Let's see, we're getting another shot. Wow, that's right on the outside corner, like barely.
Runners ready to skedaddle with the delivery. Bases loaded, 2 down, full count. Cubs lead 4-0. The pitch. Line drive, base hit, left center. 2 runs are in. A third might try to score. Nope. Holding at third is Conforto. A 2-run single for Miguel Amaya. Cubs lead 6-0.
I can tell you from experience, there's nothing that feels better as a hitter when they intentionally walk the guy in front of you to load the bases and you come up with a big hit to drive in runs. Amaya came around first base, pumping his fist, and that is a great feeling, and they're very good at bat for Amaya.
Now the pitching coach for the Padres will head to the mound. Ruben Niebla is their pitching coach. On the plate, Conforto skedaddled to third. Both Happ and Suzuki score, and the Cubs now lead 6-0. A lot of baseball left, but 6 is at least in the semi-comfortable neighborhood. And here's Dansby Swanson, who homered his first time.
Yeah, a day like today, I still feel a little like, now let's keep going, boys. You know, it's one of them days where a couple men on, anybody can hit a ball out of the park today, which makes this game a little more uneasy, no matter what the score is.
Swanson is the guy that belted one into the stands his first time, his 14th home run. He's had 3 in the last 24 hours. First and third, 2 down, swing and a miss. He was thinking about long ball with that cut.
Hey, got another breaking ball, inner half. He was on time, put a big swing on it, just came up empty.
Ian Happ had a 2-base hit earlier in the inning. Doubles by the Cubs, sponsored by Southwest Airlines. reliable, comfortable, convenient. Southwest just makes sense.
Going to challenge this ball strike call from Dan Iasonia. Ball strike challenge is sponsored by Northwestern Medicine.
And it was a ball. Still 2-1. That was a fraction of an inch low and away. Now the 2-1 to Dansby. And he'll swing and miss in the count 2-2.
The thing about the swings from Dansby on these last couple breaking balls that he swung at and the one he hit out of the ballpark, he's not way out in front. He is on time with the pitch, which is a big deal because now you've got a chance to square up the ball all the time. When you're well out in front of a breaking ball, you've got no chance.
There's a big hole on the right side of the diamond. Cronenworth, second baseman, over behind the bag. And Dansby drives one in the air to center field. It's well hit. Back goes Merrill to the wall. It's gone. Another home run for Dansby Swanson. A 3-run homer, and the Cubs take a commanding 9-0 lead.
Now I'm starting to feel better about the game. On time, as we were talking about with the breaking pitches. He was on time, but just came up empty the ball. They were good pitches. This one is up and out over the plate a little more, and Dansby just hammers it to straightaway center. No doubt home run over the hitting background in center field. 3-run bomb for Dansby. Boy, that big swings.
He's got 15 home runs. He's got 53 runs batted in. And the pitch to Pete Crow Armstrong is low and inside. Talk about the bottom of the order making a contribution. How about the number 8 man, Amaya, with a 2-run single, and the number 9 hitter following with a 3-run homer?
Yeah, that'll work.
That was to dead center, and it got out of here by plenty.
Yeah, way over the hitting background.
It landed on the roof of that little shack.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure it's dark inside of that shack area. I've never been in that exact spot to my knowledge. Have you ever been out there?
I have not. We didn't get the invite out there, but I'm sure now that you brought it up, we could. You are on the wall here at Wrigley as the Hall of Famer. You kind of go wherever you want.
It doesn't seem like the lighting is all that bright in that area.
I would agree. It brightened up when the ball landed on top of it, though, from Dansby's 3-run bomb.
Oh, boy. Dansby has hit 4 home runs. Now, not many guys can say this, Ron. He's hit 4 homers in the last 24 hours.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss, strike 3, and PCA is out number 3. But a productive 5-run inning. We go to inning number 4. It's the Cubs 9 and the Padres nothing on the score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago, this is Alex Bregman. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Ron Coomer here. Selling your house doesn't have to be complicated. My friend Jeff and his veteran-led team simplify the whole process. No repairs, no clean out, no months of waiting, just a fair offer, and you pick when you close.
Here's how it works. Give us a call and we'll visit your property and provide an offer and close on your schedule. Whether you're moving a parent or just going in a different direction, we make it simple.
Call them at 630-556-8892. That's 630-556-8892 or jeffbuysyourhouse.com.
When you buy a car, you got a lot of options. You get 4 wheels, but how many doors do you want? Do you want a trunk or a front? A sunroof, moonroof, or a roof that comes all the way off? With Consumers Credit Union, your team can help you find your dream car and finance it with the kind of low fees and great rates that keep your options open. Consumers Credit Union. The people in your corner. Federally insured by NCUA.
Illinois Bone and Joint Institute, dedicated to helping you move better so you can live better. Our team of highly trained professionals provides empathetic, timely, efficient, and highest quality care to our patients. From state-of-the-art imaging to convenient rehab locations, we're here for you. With 14 Ortho Access immediate care facilities, get same-day orthopedic treatment. Experience close-to-home care you deserve. Visit IBJI.com for locations and services.
Hey, Cubs fans, make history with your business in the Village of Bedford Park. To learn more, contact Adam Colopy at ACOLLOPY at villageofbedfordpark.com.
Time to check the up-down scoreboard, sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app, save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. One final on the board. The Orioles beat the White Sox 6-1. Leota Tavares going deep for Baltimore. Same deal with Tyler O'Neill. Bunch of games in progress, guys. Middle 7, Guardians leading the Rangers 5-3. David Fry, a 3-run shot. The Nationals all over the Red Sox, 7-0, bottom of the 5th inning.
Colin Ray working on Xander Bogaerts. Fires a strike, Zach, 1-1.
Kevin McGonigal with a solo shot for Detroit. Tigers lead the Yankees 2-0, bottom of the 7th inning. The Mets and Blue Jays are about to get underway in Toronto. Pat?
Very good, Zach. Thank you. Zach will be along in the 5th inning to work with Ron. Bogaerts swings and misses in the count 1-2. Looking at some notes around baseball, I see where Dodger manager Dave Roberts became the fastest manager in Major League history to reach 1,000 career managerial wins last night. It took him 1,606 games. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Bogaerts is out number 1. Another way to look at it, Ron, is that as a manager, Dave Roberts' teams are a combined 394 games over 500.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah,
not bad at all.
Yeah, this Dodger team he inherited coming over was a very good ball club, and they have continued to just keep winning ball games.
Cronenworth takes a strike. It comes just 2 days after A.J. Hinch, the manager of the Detroit Tigers, reached 1,000 big league wins. Here's a drive into right center on the run. PCA dives, cannot make the catch, and it's going to be a base hit. He dove. That ball was kind of knuckling, I would say. He came in and then kind of dove in and to his side. Almost made a great catch, but not quite.
Yeah, it's very close. He gets a good break on this ball. He's coming in and he gets low and then lays out for it. Does a good job of making sure you keep the ball right around your area and not let it get past you. So it'll be a single for Cronenworth.
Rodolfo Duran, the batter, he'll take outside.
Coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud partner of the Chicago Cubs.
One more note on managerial victories that I found interesting. Here's a bouncing ball to third. Loved by Bregman. Go to second, 1. Horner to first. That's a double play. And it's going to end the inning. Is there any challenge? I don't see one. 5-4-3 around the horn. Twin killing. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Cubs 9, Padres nothing on the Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Talking Cubs Monday through Friday with Rahimi, Harris, and Grody, 10 a.m. to 2 on 104.3 The Score.
In baseball, the numbers are pretty simple. 4 bases, 3 outs, 2 teams, 1 winner. Well, my friends at Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha make the numbers pretty simple, too. With the latest incentives and a great selection of new and pre-owned models, Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha will knock it out of the park. And they'll never inflate their prices based on availability. Take the short drive north and visit your one-stop shop for everything Subaru, Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Shop online 24/7 at ZieglerSubaruKenosha.com.
Help Northern Illinois Food Bank strike out hunger this season. For over 40 years, we've been hitting home runs by providing our neighbors with nutritious meals that help them thrive. But we need you to step up to the plate. Together, we can make a great team with a shared purpose. Don't wait for the perfect pitch. Visit solvehungertoday.org to strike out hunger now. That's solvehungertoday.org. We're hungry for purpose. Are you?
You're driving home after a long day and someone crashes into your car. That's wrong.
You go to the store and slip on their wet floor. That's wrong. Think insurance companies want to help you? Wrong. Make the right move and call D&W, Chicago's injury law group. Call D&W Law Group day or night at 312-888-8888. They'll stand up to insurance companies, fight to make it right, and get you the settlement you deserve. Don't wait. Call the 8th, 312-888-8888.
Every team needs a closer. Injured? Dial Pound Law. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Proud partner of the Chicago Cubs. Morgan & Morgan, 332 South Michigan Avenue, Chicago.
Spiegel and Holmes talk Cubs baseball and Chicago sports every weekday from 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score and the Odyssey app.
Cubs with a commanding 9-0 lead. Alex Bregman first up here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Walker Buehler, the starter, still in the game. He's at 74 pitches after 3 tough innings. Fly ball, shallow center. Merrill is there, and he will make the catch. And Bregman is out number 1.
That ball hit. Every ball that gets up in the air, you wonder immediately, and that ball hit on a barrel but hit straight up.
One away, Michael Busch, the batter. Busch has struck out twice, and he'll look at a fastball strike. Looking around baseball, some of the other notes here, Ron. You mentioned 1,000 wins now for Dave Roberts. A.J. Hinch did it a few days ago. Ground ball to first, fielded by France. Not the country, just the ball player. He shovels it to Buehler, and that's out number 2. And the batter, Seiya Suzuki. Who would you say, Ron? I bet you get this one immediately because you know him. Who has the most wins currently among active major league managers? And it's an impressive number. It's 2,072 wins. Breaking ball is going to be in there for a strike to Seiya. I think you were either a teammate of his or...
He was my manager.
In minor league ball.
Yep, he was my manager in Double-A Birmingham. And now he is the current manager of the Cincinnati Reds.
Bat slowly to short. Tough play. Throw to first, not in time. Bogarts, the shortstop, forced to make the play. I thought the third baseman's song might cut in front of him, but he just couldn't get there. That's a base hit.
Yeah, this ball's just... If Song can get to the ball, it's going to be a better chance to get an out. Once the ball's going straight at the shortstop position, once it gets to Bogarts, it's going to be a base hit. Good hustle by Suzuki down the line.
His second hit, he's 2 for 2 with a 3-run homer and a walk, and now an infield hit. And the batter, Ian Happ, swings and misses.
Terry Francona is the manager, right?
Terry Francona is the most active wins among the current big league skippers. 2,072. Well, that's a lot of stress when you think about that. That's a lot of road trips and sleepless nights.
Yeah, isn't that the truth?
Oh, man.
Terry was my manager in Double-A, so he managed an A-ball Double-A and then got to the big leagues as a coach and then got a chance to manage.
Happ takes inside, the count 1-2.
And you think about all those. I mean, he's been in baseball since, I don't know, the mid to early, maybe even the 70s, maybe 1980, play as a player,
I would
right?
say that's about right.
You know, because I remember watching him. I was, in grade school, he was playing first base for the Cubs here. That's a long time ago. Great manager. Great manager, and maybe even a better guy.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. It's a wild pitch bouncing away, and down to second goes Seiya. And now the count 3-2 on Ian Happ. Cubs playing long ball today. A 3-run homer by Suzuki in the first. A solo by Swanson in the second. And a 3-run homer by Swanson in the third. 3-2 to Happ. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 ends the inning. Zach's going to join Ron in a moment. We've played 4. It's the Cubs 9 and the Padres nothing. On The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Talking Cubs Monday through Friday with Rahimi, Harris, and Grody. 10 a.m. to 2 on 104.3 The Score.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Cubs fans, it's Pat Hughes. If your business needs lots of water, the Village of Bedford Park offers a safe and reliable Lake Michigan water supply. Visit villageofbedfordpark.com.
Getting set for the top of the fifth here at Wrigley Field, the finale of this three-game set between the Cubs and Padres. Cubs looking to finish the series with a sweep. They're off to a good start, a 9-0 lead over the Padres as we begin the top half of the fifth inning. Colin Ray on the mound, Dansby Swanson with a pair of home runs, which is exactly what he did last night. He is feeling it.
He's on time. He's getting a lot of breaking balls, which he's been getting a lot of, but now he is on top of the baseball. He's not missing under.
Sung Moon Song hits one deep to right. This may go, and it does. A home run for Sung Moon Song. Just over the wall, banged on the bricks behind the basket and back into the field of play. That's the first home run for Sung Moon Song. His second hit of the ball game, and it is now 9-1 Cubs here in the top of the fifth.
That's just fastball, and I mean a bullseye. When you say a bullseye, that was a bullseye. Unfortunately for Colin Ray, and Song ready to hit a line drive, and a normal day that probably short hops the ivy. The wind blowing the way it is, it ends up just over the basket and right.
Fernando Tatis Jr. at the plate and looks at a fastball low and outside, 1-0 the count.
Yeah, but Dansby's just on time. I mean, you look at, we talked about it in his last AB. He got a couple breaking balls that he swung through. They were good pitches, but he was on time.
Bouncing ball left of the man, backhanded by Ray. He turns and fires to first in time to get Tatis. One away. The first out, sponsored by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that.
Yeah, there's a big difference when you miss a breaking ball by when you're way out in front and you really don't have much of a chance at all to hit it, or if the break of the ball, just misses the bat, but you're on time of the pitch. And then you can start working on the mechanic of staying on top of the ball, driving down through the ball, keeping your bat in the hitting zone, keeping your head contact, all those things that we talk about as hitters. Dansby's doing them all now, and it's paying off in a big way.
Gavin Sheets looks at a curveball off the outside. 1-0 the count. One down here in the top of the fifth. 9-1 Cubs. The pitch is a called strike, a changeup. 1-1 on Sheets.
Talking on Dansby, I'd love to be in the cage, just standing and just watching the work that he's doing in the cage, because what he is doing is really paying off.
The 1-1 delivery. Sheets lines one to left coming in. Happ, and he makes a sliding catch. 2 away. Nice play by Ian Happ out and left.
Yeah, this ball carries probably farther than Ian thought as he breaks down into a slide, but catches it about wayside. He's playing the outfield right now with the wind blowing the way it is no easy task. In every play, even that one, he caught it at the tip of his glove. It's just a hard thing to do with the wind, the sun, the way the ball is carrying. It is difficult on every play.
Manny Machado at the plate. He swings and misses at a breaking ball from Ray. 0-1. After a 4-time Gold Glove winner out in left field. Machado's 0 for 2. Struck out swinging and flied out. Righty-righty matchup as Ray sets above the belt. The kick and pitch is a called strike. Another breaking ball. Started off inside and then floated into the zone. 0-2.
Yeah, you don't want to throw that pitch again. You got lucky that it fooled Machado. The second one won't fool him. You got to that breaking ball. You want it down and away from Machado.
Now the 0-2. That's low and outside.
There you go. Machado's one of those hitters. I know he's only hitting 188, but he's dangerous. He's always been a really good hitter, and he's always been really good at hitting the inside breaking ball. You hang one, he blasts it.
The 1-2. And a high fly ball into deep right. Suzuki back at the track near the wall. Leaps. This one bangs off the wall. And cruising into second base with a stand-up double is Machado. Suzuki still down. Not sure if he collided with the wall on the attempt.
I think what happened is the ball hit the wall and then hit him in the face and came back and caught him right in the what I think is the right eye is where the ball hit him, is what I think happened. It hit right underneath the basket and right in the right eye, I believe, of Suzuki in that eyebrow area, because I don't think he could see right away. Like, it kind of surprised them. And then you're trying to figure out, just am I all right first and foremost? Yeah.
Oh, you're exactly right, Coom. It hit right off the top of the wall and banged into his sunglasses.
Yeah, and that's the other issue. You're wearing sunglasses, and those go flying off, and you're more concerned about your eye than a baseball at that point.
Trainer Nick Frangella, along with manager Craig Counsell, taking a look at Suzuki in right field.
He may have the ball got him pretty good. I'll tell you that. It hit him hard off the, ball hit 350 feet on the line and hits brick wall and then hits you right in the face. That's going to leave a mark. You're going to remember it.
I have good news. I see Suzuki laughing, manager Craig Counsell laughing, and trainer Nick Frangella laughing. And the manager and the trainer are jogging off the field. Suzuki is staying in the game in right. Gets a nice round of applause from the fans.
The wind's blowing out. He just hit his 100th home run. He's staying in the game. It would take something drastic to get guys out of the game. When you're playing on a day like this, I'm staying.
I get it. He was laughing as he was explaining to the manager and the trainer exactly what happened to him, and he still got the same pair of sunglasses out there in right. So 2 down here in the top of the 5th. Cubs up 9-1. Machado at second base after the double. The batter is Ty France, powerful right-handed batter. Ray deals, and France looks at a sinking fastball for a strike. 0-1. We've seen a little bit of everything in this series.
Yeah, it's been one of those series. Wind blowing out, crazy plays, a lot of home runs.
France fouls it off that inning to the right behind the plate. 0-2.
Yeah, this is Wrigley Field in the middle of summer. It's what do you say? It's not the normal baseball games night after night.
A steamy afternoon here at the friendly confines. Temperature 92 degrees at first pitch, and the wind beginning to pick up. It's blowing out. Ray checks second. That's where Machado is. Now the 0-2 to France. And a line drive to center field. Racing in, Pete Crow Armstrong. It bounces and gets by him. It'll roll all the way to the wall. Machado comes home. On his way to third base is France. Ball gets stuck in the ivy. Suzuki is holding his hands up.
Well, the Cubs really catch a break on that one, that's for sure. Because that ball's going past. Pete comes in, tries to make a shoestring catch, doesn't make contact. The ball rolls all the way out to the ivy and then just goes into the ivy, and it disappears in the ivy, and that's just the ground rules here at Wrigley. no issue. It's just once you lose track of the ball for a second, ground rule double, and that's exactly what happens.
So now the umpires are meeting on the right side of the infield to talk about what just transpired. Manager Craig Stammen came out of the Padres dugout to talk to the umpires. At a minimum, Machado scores. So it's now 9-2 Cubs. And the only question is it going to be a double or a triple for France? By the ground rules, ball got stuck in the ivy in deep center.
Yeah, it doesn't even get stuck. It just rolls into it. And it's right at the base of the ivy. So it's, if you were playing backyard baseball, you just reach down there and grab it and throw it in. That's not exactly what we have here, and everybody knows it. So you play that ground rule to your advantage, and I think that's what Dan Iasonia is trying to talk to and tell them. These are the ground rules. They've been like this for over 100 years.
Yeah, if the ball is in the ivy, it's a ground rule double here at Wrigley Field. That's what's going to happen. France is going to be sent from third to second. It is a ground rule double. Give France an RBI as Machado scores on the play. 9-2 Cubs here with 2 down in the top of the fifth. And now the batter, Jackson Merrill. Left-handed hitter against the right-hander, Ray, who works his motion and deals and misses off the outside with a curveball. 1-0. Padres have scored twice in this frame. Home run by Song, double by France. The pitch is bounced foul behind the plate by Merrill. 1-1.
Very tough day to pitch. Very warm day here at Wrigley, as we talked about. Wind blowing out hard, as it was not really blowing much at the start of the game. It's starting to pick up, as you said, Zane, and blowing out hard to straightaway center.
Ray deals the 1-1. Merrill fouls it back. 1-2. Cubs have won 14 of their last 18 and looking for more with the 9-2 lead here with 2 down in the top of the fifth. But with the conditions the way they are, no lead ever feels safe. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ray looks at second. The kick and pitch to Merrill. It's a tapper foul at the plate. 1-2. Merrill is 0 for 2 this afternoon. Struck out swinging in the second and then grounded out to Nico at second in the third. Righty-lefty matchup with France at second base and 2 down here in the top of the fifth. Ray a long set. And here comes the pitch. That's low to Merrill. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, you can understand all the breaking balls in the dirt and trying to keep the ball out of the middle of the plate on a day like today. That wind just howling out the straightaway center.
Ray works on the extreme first base side of the rubber. The 2-2. High and tight to Merrill with a 2-seamer. It's a full count.
Got a little frustrated with himself on that last pitch. He wanted that 2-seamer to start out in and come back to the inside corner. It never came back.
The payoff pitch is low, ball 4. So Merrill draws a 2-out walk. Now the Padres have men at first and second with 2 away. Xander Bogaerts due up. It's a 9-2 lead for the Cubs. And time called. Pitching coach Tommy Hotovy will walk out to the mound to have a conversation with Colin Ray. And cool, we've got to play the Binny's Beverage Depot attendance game. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Pat has handed me an index card. It says his guess is 40,004.
Okay. I'm going to go 36,000.
I'm going to go 36,500. And our engineer today is Rich Wyatt. Rich, what's your guess?
I'm going to go 38,000.
So the guesses are in the Binny's Beverage Depot attendance game. Good luck, men. 2 on, 2 away. We are in the top of the fifth. The Padres have scored twice in this inning. Cubs with the lead, 9-2. Bogarts 0 for 2 with a fly out and a strikeout. Another long set. Ray deals and misses low and outside with a slider, 1-0.
Thornton now warming up in the Cubs bullpen, and hopefully Colin can get out of this inning.
The 1-0 is a called strike on the outside edge. Bogarts wants to challenge this. Nope, he does not.
No, he does not. He's just grabbing his helmet. The umpire, Dan Sonia, asked him, but he said no.
Yeah, I guess you are allowed to adjust your helmet without challenging. Here comes the 1-1. That one misses. Slider from Ray.
Well, it's like same pitch. One on top of the other. One might have just been a little farther down or out, but looked like the same breaking ball. From our vantage point, 100 feet away.
Yeah, just a little low, looking at the monitor. Here's the pitch. That's low and outside. 3-1 the count. Another slider.
Big pitch here in the ball game. This is one of those moments. Colin Ray, with 2 outs here in the fifth, needs to get through this inning to get a W or at least qualify for it. Needs to make a good pitch here, get a ground ball.
Here comes the 3-1. Tapper foul off to the left. So it's a full count with Bogarts at the plate. 9-2 Cubs, 2 on, 2 away. Here in the top of the fifth inning. Ray peers in. Gets the sign from Amaya. Sets at the belt. And the payoff pitch. Runners go. It's low, ball 4. And the Padres have loaded the bases with 2 away here in the fifth.
A little breaking ball. They go on 3-2 and try to go with the hook to see if Bogarts would chase the ball down. He did not. And now this is one of those moments in the game where you got to get this out. Cronenworth, left-handed hitter, bases loaded. He smokes one here, and they're right back in the game.
Here's the pitch. Cronenworth swings and misses at a changeup. 0-1. Cronenworth, left-handed batter, 2 for 2 this afternoon with a couple of singles. Padres with the bases loaded, 2 away, 9-2. The Cubs lead here in the top of the fifth. Ray trying to work out of the jam. Here comes the 0-1. Cronenworth swings and misses as Ray doubles up on a changeup.
Greg Counsell showing a lot of confidence in his right-hander on the bump. He's seen him pitch many ball games. He needs one more pitch to get out of this fifth inning.
Crowd making noise, trying to help Ray get out of this jam. 0-2 the count on Cronenworth with 2 away, and the bases loaded here in the fifth. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Ray gets Cronenworth with a changeup, and the Padres leave the bases loaded. They do score twice. 9-2 Cubs, middle 5 on the score in the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago, this is Dansby Swanson. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Honey, did you invite the Minions over?
Well, you know how we talked about getting Wi-Fi from Xfinity?
Yeah.
I ordered it this morning, was online in minutes, then they showed up.
So they just came over to use the Wi-Fi?
They even brought their own devices and spellbook.
You didn't give them the new Wi-Fi password, right?
No.
That's good.
I gave them our old one because Xfinity lets us keep the same network name and password so devices connect instantly.
What do they want Wi-Fi for anyways?
Better not to know. Plausible deniability.
Get streaming or scheming instantly with same-day Wi-Fi from Xfinity. Plus, lock in one price for the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi for 5 years. Guaranteed. And see Minions and Monsters only in theaters. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Use of fiber coaxial cable. Learn more at xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi.
Hey, Chicago, Coom here. Stats don't lie. Want MVP numbers and light beer? That's Flight by Yingling. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, crisp, refreshing. That's elite efficiency. Other beers, padding stats with extra carbs and no flavor. Care about your beer stats? The choice is obvious. Flight is dominating. Numbers don't lie, Chicago. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. DG Yingling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
Dear America, Toyota's Independence Day sales event is on now. Discover star-spangled savings on Toyota's legendary lineup. Visit Toyota.com today. Toyota, let's go places.
Bottom of the fifth inning here at Wrigley Field. Cubs with a 9-2 lead over the Padres. San Diego with a new man on the mound. Left-hander Kyle Hart takes over for the starter Walker Buehler. All opponent pitching changes are sponsored by Sloan, the official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Learn more at sloan.com. Nico Horner will lead things off against the left-hander Hart. Nico's 0 for 1 with a walk. Here's the pitch. And Nico looks at a ball, a sweeper that missed. 1-0 the count. Buehler, the starter, went 4 innings, charged with 9 runs on 7 hits, 4 walks, 6 strikeouts, 3 home runs. 2 of them by Dansby Swanson. The 1-0. Nico looks at a strike. Another sinking fastball from Hart. So 1-1 the count.
Yeah, Buehler, tough day at the yard, no doubt. It's just a tough day to pitch. You make a mistake, and anybody squares the ball up, it's leaving the yard.
The pitch. Line drive down the right field line, slicing foul out of play. 1-2 on Nico. Seiya Suzuki got the scoring started with a 3-run blast in the first, his 100th career home run. The 1-2 by Hart. Swing and a miss by Horner. At a splitter, strike 3, 1 away.
After a couple pitches away, then he goes down and in. Nico chases this pitch down and in. Tough pitch to lay off of.
So the Cubs designated hitter Michael Conforto will stand in, left-handed batter. 0 for 1 with a walk. Hart works on the third base side of the rubber. High leg kick and pitch. And Conforto swings and misses at a breaking ball, 0-1.
This would be a situation, if the game was close, you'd probably start the pinch hitting thing going back and forth in this spot. Conforto facing the left-hander Hart. But with the score 9-2, you want to save your bullets and just let Conforto get some at-bats.
Conforto looks at a sinker low, 1-1 the count. Join the Cubs Monday, July 20th to celebrate Greek heritage. Fans who purchase tickets through Cubs.com/specials will receive a special edition Cubs Greek heritage jersey. Here's the 1-1. Conforto hits a high fly ball deep center field. Merrill back at the track near the wall. Gone! Michael Conforto leaves the yard. His 6th home run of the year. A solo shot. And the Cubs now up 10-2 over the Padres here in the 5th.
Michael Conforto making the most of his at-bat against the left-hander. As Hart throws this pitch up and out over the plate, Michael hammers this ball to straightaway center. Big swing of the bat. 10-2 Cubs here in the 5th.
Banged off those dark windows in the batter's eye in straightaway center field. Miguel Amaya at the plate and looks at a breaking ball up high. The count is 1-0. A 433-foot drive by Conforto. Cubs have hit some bombs here this afternoon. Really, this series. The pitch is low to Amaya, 2-0. Amaya had a 2-run single in the Cubs' 5-run third inning. Hart's ready. Here comes the 2-0. Amaya pops it up right side, foul out of play.
Yeah, and the Amaya bat, really, his at bat last AB set a 2-run single, but hitter in front of him, Conforto, got intentionally walked to load the bases, and then Amaya comes up with a big 2-out single. Since then, the Cubs have kept pouring it on, and it's been all Cubs.
Amaya looks at a slider low. The count is 3-1.
Sometimes there's certain at-bats in a ball game. They may not be the loudest or biggest, but they might be the most effective, and I think that blew the game open.
The 3-1. Amaya fouls it back off the screen to the right, full count. There's some extra jubilation at first base in that third inning after the 2-run single by Amaya. He was pumping his fist. Thought you perfectly captured it when they intentionally walk the guy in front of you to load the bases because they think they can get you out. That was sweet. Here comes the 3-2. Amaya fouls it back. Dansby Swanson on deck. 2 home runs so far today. 2 home runs last night. He had a great start last week in New York against the Mets. As Amaya waits for the 3-2 delivery, here's the pitch. Low and inside, ball 4. Amaya draws a 1-out walk here in the bottom of the 5th inning with the Cubs up 10-2. I was talking about Swanson, who's about to step in. Swanson had that great series in New York, right? Over the first 3 games, hit 3 home runs, knocked in 15 runs, then went hitless in his next 17 at-bats. And he's recaptured the power stroke here this week against San Diego.
Yeah, this should be a pretty good matchup. If he can lay off the pitch down and in out of the zone, this could be another long one.
Swanson looks at a sinker for a strike, 95 miles per hour. The bottom of the zone on the inside edge from Kyle Hart. 0-1 the count. Hart looks at first. That's where Amaya is. And the pitch. That one bounces in the dirt behind the catcher Duran, and taking second on the play is Amaya. Took a kangaroo hop after hitting the deck and bounced over the head of the catcher Duran, and he couldn't find it for a brief moment.
Yeah, pitches down in and hits the dirt. I'm not exactly sure what it hit, but it hit in way up high towards the backstop. If it hit him in the shin guard on the bounce, but definitely a wild pitch.
And we'll call it a very wild pitch. 1-1 the count. And the pitch. Ground ball hit to short, fielded by Bogarts. He's going to third, and now they've got Amaya hung up in a rundown between second and third. And the ball off the glove of Cronenworth as he tried to make the tag, and Amaya will take third.
Amaya with a base running mistake takes off from second base on a routine ground ball to Bogarts at short. San Diego then throws the ball to third to get him in a rundown, and as Amaya's kind of conceding the tag at second, he just kind of lowers his shoulder into the glove a little bit and knocks the ball out of Cronenworth's glove, and this ball starts going towards the outfield grass. I don't think Cronenworth ever really caught this ball and secured it in the glove, and Amaya ends up at third. Everything going right for the Cubs.
What a wild play. So Swanson reaches on a fielder's choice.
It's got to be an error on Cronenworth.
Yep. And an error has been charged on Cronenworth. So men at the corners for the Cubs, 1 away. Pete Crow Armstrong at the plate. 10-2 Cubs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Lefty-lefty matchup with Hart on the hill. Crowd chanting PCA. He's 1 for 3 with a single, a stolen base, and a run scored. Now time called by the home plate umpire, Dan Isonia. Pete Crow Armstrong digs in. Hart working on the third base side of the rubber. A long set. Now the kick and pitch. Swing and a miss. And a fastball clocked at 95 miles per hour. 0-1. And Coombe, errors by Cubs opponents are sponsored by North Shore, the MVP of adult diapers. For even the heaviest control problems, visit northshore.com.
Yeah, you did that one like a Hall of Famer. I think the Hall of Famer is going to allow you to read that from now on. It's good to have the Hall of Famer back, Pat Hughes. And Patrick, Zach was all over that read, and he was bragging about wanting to do that the rest of the season. I thought it'd be okay. We'll ask Pat in the next inning or so.
This is going to be quite a conversation I have with the Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
0-2 the count on PCA. Bounced that last pitch foul off to the right. The next pitch is low and outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Crow Armstrong. Michael Conforto, a home run, solo shot earlier in this inning. The Cubs looking for more with men at the corners and 1 away. Here's the 1-2 to PCA. He swings, and it's a high fly ball deep right. Way back, still going. And it's out of here! 3-run home run for Pete Crow Armstrong. He starts July the way he ended June, red hot. And the Cubs have blown this thing open. They're up 13-2 over the Padres in the 5th for PCA. That's his 19th home run of the year.
Now, Pete hits this ball in the barrel, but hits it a mile in the air. And as we talked about, if you square the ball up on the barrel, believe it's a breaking ball, and he hits it up, straight up. He stands at home. And at first I was wondering fair or foul, and it just kept going. It was not going to hook. Then it lands well into the bleachers underneath the video board in right. Big swing of the bat. And this is a Wrigley Field summer day here in Chicago.
Alex Bregman at the plate. He takes a sinker low. A 390-foot blast by Pete Crow Armstrong. 13-2 Cubs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The pitch. Bregman looks at another pitch low. Cubs have blasted 5 home runs so far today. The 2nd straight game. Here's the pitch. Line drive to left. Sheets ranging over and makes the catch for out number 2. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the score on the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Covering the Cubs and all of Chicago's teams, Spiegel and Holmes, afternoons 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score on Odyssey Sports Station, WSCR, WSCR-FM, and HD1 Chicago.
Cubs having a fun afternoon here at the friendly confines. They're up 13-2 over the Padres with 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Michael Busch at the plate. Kyle Hart deals, and Busch taps it foul at the plate, 0-1.
That one got a piece of Duran, I believe, behind home plate. Dan Iassogna going out to the mound just to give Duran, the catcher, a little breather. Boy, Cubs just bombing away. And the whole idea is just to get pitches you can handle and get them elevated on days like today, and that's exactly what they did yesterday. It's what they're doing today.
Busch waits for the 0-1. Here it comes. Swing and a miss, and a sweeper off the outside, 0-2. When the Cubs were slumping for about a month as an entire team, you mentioned something that's come true since they got in the slump together. Maybe they'll get out of it together, and that's what's happened. Here's the 0-2. Busch swings, and it's a fly ball. Left center field, it's playable for Merrill, who makes the catch coming in for out number 3. But another productive frame for the Cubs. They score 4 times and lead the Padres 13-2 after 5 on the Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Spiegel and Holmes, great Cubs guests, and more on your way home, 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score.
You know how your Wi-Fi is spotty in some places or keeps buffering at the worst times? But you kind of just live with it because fixing it seems like a hassle. It doesn't have to be. You can just get an Eero system, which is ready to replace whatever router you have from your ISP. They set up in minutes, so you can start enjoying fast, reliable, award-winning Wi-Fi right away. Upgrade yourself today at Eero.com. Seriously, it's time.
How many people can say they've had a section of their spine removed? I can. I'm Jeff, and when my team at Northwestern Memorial Hospital found a rare tumor on my spine, my neuro-oncologist and neurosurgeon came up with a plan, resulting in a 14-hour surgery.
Nationally ranked for neurology and neurosurgery by U.S. News and World Report, Jeff's team treated his 1 in a million condition. They removed the tumor and vertebrae in one piece, then rebuilt his spine with a metal frame. Northwestern Medicine. Better.
Hey, Cubs fans. Southwest Airlines here with more reasons why flying Southwest from Chicago just makes sense. We're famously friendly, nonstops out the wazoo, and so reliable. In fact, the Wall Street Journal ranked us #1. first among U.S. airlines. I guess the answer to who's on first is Southwest Airlines, official airline of your Chicago Cubs. Based on WSJ's 2025 rankings, see southwest.com/WSJ.
Surround yourself in color with Regal Select from Benjamin Moore. Rich, durable, and effortlessly beautiful. Find yours at your locally owned retailer. Visit benjaminmoore.com today.
Getting set for the top of the sixth here at Wrigley Field. All Cubs, a 13-2 lead over the Padres. But I want to warn you, the wind continues to blow out here at the friendly confines. Cubs have a new man on the mound to begin the sixth inning. Right-hander Trent Thornton takes over for the starter Colin Ray. Rodolfo Duran, the catcher, at the plate for San Diego, and he looks at Cutter off the outside. The count is 1-0. Pitching changes by the Cubs, sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Thornton works on the third base side of the rubber. The pitch is a big swing and a miss by Duran. 1-1. Cubs with 5 home runs this afternoon. 2 of them by Dansby Swanson. The pitch. Duran pops it up, shallow center, going back Horner. Same with Swanson, coming in PCA. Horner, the second baseman, makes the catch. That one looked a little dicey for a split second there, but Nico makes the play, 1 away.
Good job by Nico. He gets out there and gets camped underneath it. Once you're still and you're camped underneath it, then you make the play. Pete is very aggressive in the outfield, which he should be, and does a great job of kind of commanding the whole middle of the diamond, but giving way to Nico was a smart move, and the Cubs get the first out of the inning.
Sung Moon Song looks at a sweeper for a strike right near the bottom of the zone on the inside edge. 0-1 the count. Thornton kicks and fires, and Song hits a pop fly. Medium range left, coming in half. He makes the catch. 2 away. By the way, Kuhn, the first out sponsored by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that.
Well, should I read it now?
Why not?
Let's see what's on tap here in the sixth inning, sponsored by Flight by Yingling, the next generation light beer. Have we had any Flight so far today?
The whole game's gone airborne. Fernando Tatis Jr. at the plate. He hits a high fly ball, shallow right. Corner, the second baseman angling toward the line, makes the catch for out number 3 as the Padres go down in order here in the top of the sixth. Middle six, Cubs up 13-2 over San Diego. On the score in the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs talk to start your day. Mully and Haw. Mornings, 5:30 to 10 on 104.3 The Score.
Choose Bradley University. Whether you're building robots, training on cutting-edge medical simulators, or diving into sports communication, Bradley prepares you. You'll cheer on D1 athletics, study abroad, and choose from over 200 student organizations. Plus, you'll benefit from competitive internships, community-focused research, and a top-tier education that provides a proven return on investments. Apply today at bradley.edu.
There are trucks, and then there's the 2026 GMC Sierra with employee pricing for everyone. Built with the capability to handle what life throws your way. That's the GMC Sierra, where power meets precision in a truck that leads where it matters most. GMC Sierra, it's the truck. We are professional grade. Right now, celebrate Independence Day with employee pricing for everyone on all GMC Sierra 1500 models. Visit your local GMC dealer and they will help you choose between the hardworking Sierra 1500 Pro, the well-equipped SLT, the off-road ready AT4, or the luxurious GMC Sierra Denali. Come explore the 2026 GMC Sierra lineup and take a test drive today. Experience engineering that fits your lifestyle. GMC, offering employee pricing for everyone at your local GMC dealer today. At participating dealers only. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 8/3/26.
When it comes to tuxedos and suits, the pros at Suits 2020 have the winning looks. Why rent when you can own for about the same price? Schedule your free fitting at Suits2020.com.
Seiya Suzuki is on deck for the Cubs. Who's on deck is sponsored by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit TimberTech.com. 13-2 Cubs as we begin the bottom half of the sixth inning. Kyle Hart delivers, and he misses low to Suzuki. 1-0. The Padres have made a defensive change. Jace Bowen now playing right field. Fernando Tatis Jr. leaves the game with the Cubs up 13-2. The pitch. Suzuki looks at the ball low and inside. It's now 2-0. Seiya, one of the big reasons why the Cubs have the big lead. 3-run shot in the first. One of 5 Cub home runs on the afternoon. The pitch is a called strike, a slider that spins into the zone from the lefty Hart, 2-1.
Yeah, today's one of those games, and every team has them. Guys that are playing every day that you're really depending on to kind of carry the load for your club.
This one's line foul out of play off to the right, 2-2 on Suzuki.
Try to get them out of the lineup and get them out of this heat. And sometimes you just got to play for another day. Today's one of those days so far. Still only 6th inning for San Diego. These things to wind blowing out. It's never over until, you get that final out.
Cold strike 3. Sinking fastball on the inside edge, around thigh high, fooled Suzuki, and one away. Suzuki, by the way, the Cubs cleanup hitter, and as you know, cleanup hitters for the Cubs are sponsored by Chicagoland's appliance leader, Grand Appliance. Get your all-star Bosch kitchen today at grandappliance.com. One down, Ian Happ at the plate, switch hitter batting from the right side against the lefty Hart. And the pitch. Off the outside, ball 1.
Ian just missed a home run in his second at bat, hit one to right, and it hit the angled wall where it curves and ended up with a double.
The 1-0 outside, 2-0 the count. Yeah, they call it the well, right?
Yeah, it is. But what happens is it hit right in that curved area. That's the weird part. You very seldom see a ball hit there that's either not caught or ends up in the basket. And it hit at the top of that and went away from Tatis. Tatis actually made a pretty good play on that ball for where it's at because it's such a unique kind of curvature of the wall here at Wrigley, unlike, pretty much any other place. There's some other places with angled walls, but this is unique. There's no doubt.
The 3-0 by Hart is a called strike fastball in the zone. 3-1 the count on Happ.
I was kind of surprised the ball didn't end up in the basket or end up out of the ballpark.
13-2 Cubs with one away here in the bottom of the 6th. The pitch. Swing and a miss by Happ. Full count. Nico Horner on deck. Hart working on the third base side of the rubber. High leg kick and pitch. And that fouls it back off to the right. 3-2. As I mentioned, Seiya Suzuki, one of 5 home runs for the Cubs today. Dansby Swanson with 2 of them. Michael Conforto has gone deep, as has Pete Crow Armstrong. The 3-2. High and outside, ball 4. 1 out walk for Ian Happ and the Cubs here in the bottom of the 6th.
Hart going a little breaking ball. Ian very selective at home plate, as we know, and he's going to make you throw strikes. Did not chase that breaking ball away.
Walks of Cubs batters, sponsored by It'sNotAGameIllinois.com. Speeding in the work zone is like arguing with the ump. A no-win. Mind the signs, avoid the fines. Nico Horner digs in with Happ at first and 1 down here in the last of the 6th. The pitch. Horner looks at a slider that spins into the zone for a strike. Outer half, about thigh high.
Wind's starting to pick up here at Wrigley consistently. It's blowing now hard to straightaway center.
And the 0-1. Nico swings and misses and a splitter from Hart, 0-2.
Might be the best split he's thrown so far. That one starts out mid-thigh, probably middle of the plate, and darts down and away.
13-2 Cubs. 1 down. Bottom 6. Happ at first. Horner at the plate. 0-2 the count. Here's the pitch. That one's low and outside. A splitter that missed that time. 1-2. Nico 0 for 2 with a walk. If you're a hitter now, are you just thinking home run when you look at those flags and the score the way it is?
Well, you're thinking of making sure you try to get the ball elevated if you can.
Warner waits for the 1-2. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him with a fastball, 2 away.
And a lot of it depends on your matchup, too. Who's pitching and what there's certain matchups that are good for you, certain that, aren't your best matchups, so you're a little less inclined. But on a day like today, you really are trying to get the ball out away from you and get that ball elevated.
Michael Conforto at the plate. He homered his last time up and looks at a breaking ball inside, 1-0.
Yeah, Conforto with a long home run, straightaway center.
I believe 433 feet off the batter's eye window. Pitch. That one's high and tight again. A breaking ball, 2-0 the count.
You'll see some home runs with some big numbers with the distance of the ball flying today. Ball getting about an extra, and a ball hit well, 20, 30 feet extra carry.
Yeah, it's been something, right? Here comes the 2-0. Conforto hits a line drive, deep left center field. Merrill looks up. It's in the basket. 2-run home run, Michael Conforto, his second of the game. And it is now 15-2, Cubs over the Padres in the 6th.
Like I said, about 20 or 30 feet extra of carry. This is, on a normal day, this can be a line drive double in the gap. Very nice swing by Michael. And it splits the defense. It's a fastball down and away. But the ball just doesn't come down. It just keeps going and going and ends up off the bricks right behind the basket. It stays in the basket. And the bleacher creatures are happy again.
Miguel Amaya at the plate, and he looks at a sinker off the outside, 1-0.
I am guessing there's been a little bit of fun had out in the bleachers today with 6 balls flying into the stands today from the Cubs hitters.
Well, 1-0 to Amaya. This is up high, a slider, 2-0. A little bit of fun being had inside the Cubs dugout this afternoon.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
6 home runs. That's a season high. The 2-0 in their first strike. Sinking fastball from Hart, 2-1. Conforto now with 7 home runs on the year. He's gone deep twice. Swanson's gone deep twice. Bro Armstrong and Suzuki also with home runs this afternoon. The 2-1. Low and inside. 3-1 now on Amaya. Lefty Jordan Wicks warming up in the Cubs bullpen. 2 down in the bottom of the 6th inning. The pitch. Amaya whacks it foul, second deck off to the right. 3-2. Both of Conforto's home runs coming against the left-hander Hart.
Yeah, fastball down and away.
Amaya takes strike 3 called, a sinker in the zone on the inside edge. That's out number 3. But the Cubs tack on 2 more thanks to the 2-run shot by Conforto. 15-2 Cubs over the Padres as we head to the 7th. On the score in the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Listen for the great Cubs guests all season long on 104.3 The Score, the official radio home of the Cubs.
Hey, it's Pat Hughes here for North Shore Adult Diapers. In all seriousness, everyone knows someone worrying about control problems. And for many, the store brands don't get the job done. They leak. It's time to switch to North Shore, the MVP of adult diapers, so your loved ones can live with the freedom and dignity they deserve. North Shore will send out samples that stay dry 3 times longer than the store brands. That's North Shore Adult Diapers at northshore.com. And focus on life, not leaks.
Hey, Cubs fans! This season, the Chicago Cubs are pitching for chicken with Chick-fil-A. If the Cubs strike out 3 batters in any inning during a home game, everyone gets a reward from Chick-fil-A on their mobile app. That's 3 strikeouts, 1 inning. Find more details and official rules at CFAChicagoland.com. Keep listening every home game for your chance at a free reward and eat more chicken.
Strike 3, you're out.
Hey, baseball fans, step up to the plate like a pro with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips. Circa Sports is sports betting the way it should be, with no bet fees in Illinois. Circa Sports brings you player-friendly pricing, enhanced in-game options, exceptional customer service, and more. Whether you're betting with the home team or scouting the next big matchup, take your swing with the Circa Sports app. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com.
Ready to buy your dream car? Look to Consumers Credit Union for competitive rates and flexible terms. Join the people in your corner at myconsumers.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
Jordan Wicks, the new man on the mound for the Cubs. Pretty good job by Colin Ray. It's his game to win. Anytime you can go 5 innings in these conditions, Ron, where the wind is blowing out, it's blazing hot, great hitting weather. You've pitched a good game, and Colin Ray deserves a win.
Well, you're not kidding. You are. You're constantly grinding. Every pitch it has even more purpose on a day like today because you can't make a mistake, and then you get a couple men on, and you're really grinding because any one pitch can be a 3-run homer. It doesn't matter who's at the plate. But another great performance by Colin Ray.
Cubs with a commanding 15-2 lead as this 7th inning gets underway. Jordan Wicks is the new left-handed pitcher for the Cubs, wearing powder blue shoes as his fastball to Gavin Sheets. Check swing, foul at the plate, 1-1. Cubs trying to sweep all 3 and trying to wrap up a 5-1 season series against San Diego. Padres just trying to stay above the 500 mark lately. Here's a drive to left, pretty well hit. Back goes Happ to the track. He's got room and makes the catch. Boy, any ball today, Ron, you got to wait and just see what effect the wind is going to have on it exactly.
Well, you've brought this up many times, and we knew this as players. When you play in certain ballparks, Wrigley definitely being the most affected by the wind of any ballpark in the big leagues. It's when you hit the ball in that wind gust that you've talked about many times. And as players, we knew that you were constantly turning around and looking at the flag to see what it was doing. On days like today, when it's blowing in, it's not as important because you know you're coming in for the ball or the ball's not going to go out of the park or over your head.
Manny Machado, the batter. Machado today has struck out, lined out, and doubled.
First out in the inning. It's always sponsored by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that.
But the wind is so very changeable here in Chicago. As you know, Ron, you're from this area. You've been dealing with this your whole life, right?
Absolutely. Your high school games, your games that you played in summer ball could be, from day to day, game to game could be different.
Cubs playing long ball again today. 6 home runs. A swing and a miss, strike 3, and Machado is out number 2. 2 down, Ty France the batter. But in watching games, Ron, for now 31 seasons from this seat in all kinds of conditions, when it gets this hot, it helps if you have a pitcher who can get strikeouts. For the simple reason that the ball is not in play and it's not going to hurt you. So that would be A. So the big strikeout guys can have good games here. Double plays take on greater significance because you can get 2 outs for the one bat, one at bat, and that's huge. But it's very difficult to pitch. It really is. Sometimes the most routine of fly balls sail into the basket.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers brought to you by Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Colin today, I thought he was very good. Right, he got in a little bit of trouble, had some traffic on the bases, and was able to make good pitches to get out of it.
Outside for a ball to France. Cubs lead 15-2, top of the 7th. 2 down, nobody on. We're going to take a look at a little baseball history, time permitting. A lot of good notes in baseball history on this July the 1st. And I'm going to find the copy I have to read before I tell you some of the historical events that have occurred here. I know it's in here somewhere. Gotcha. This date in baseball history is brought to you by villageofbedfordpark.com. It's time to make history for your business in Bedford Park. Tony Taylor. Now, here's one that you don't see every day. 1958. Tony Taylor played for the Cubs. He got an inside-the-park home run at Wrigley when the left fielder for the Giants, Leon Wagner, couldn't locate the baseball because it had rolled into the gutter drain.
Oh, yeah.
The old gutter drain trick play. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that ends the inning. Good inning for Jordan Wicks. He works 1, 2, 3. It's time for the stretch. Cubs on top with a commanding 15-2 advantage.
To the ball game, band member of indie rock band Fruit Bats and Chicago native Eric D. Johnson.
All right, Cubs fans, let me hear you. 1, 2, 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, though it's root for the Cubbies. If they don't win, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Let's get some runs!
Hey Chicago, this is Ian Happ. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs radio network.
Do you own a manufacturing facility? Energy typically represents the largest cost in running your business. Properly insulated systems installed and maintained by trained professionals represents one of the best investments a company can make. In many cases, proper mechanical insulation can provide an annual rate of return of more than 100%. Learn how to pay less in energy costs with proper mechanical insulation. For a list of Illinois regional insulation contractors, visit the Heat and Frost Insulators website at local17insulators.com.
7th inning stretch, sponsored by the Volvo XC90. Room for everyone, ready for wherever the road takes you. And be careful. I know a lot of you are probably out on the roads or will be in the next day or two to visit loved ones over the 4th of July. Please take it easy. It's going to be very, very hot. So just slow down. Make sure you have plenty of liquids and bottles of water with you.
Yeah, that goes with the fireworks, too, this weekend. Be very careful.
Dansby Swanson having another big day as he takes inside from the new pitcher. This is Duran.
Yeah, Duran was catching. Now he's going out to the mound. So they're going to try to get 6 outs from a position player today. You know, it's one of those things where you don't want to keep burning up pitchers on a day like today.
Swanson, 2 homers, 4 runs batted in. Drives one to deep left field. This ball has got a chance. No, it's caught at the fence by Sheets. Sheets, the left-handed left fielder, went right to the wall and made the catch. I thought for a minute that ball might carry out of here.
Yeah, Dansby hits this off the end of the bat just enough to keep it in the yard. Sheets playing very deep in left, obviously because of the wind, and he ends up catching this ball right at the ivy.
One away, back to the top of the order. And the pitch to, I believe this is Pedro Ramirez. Pedro Ramirez pinch hitting for Pete Crow Armstrong. Both managers now going to their bench, resting some of the regular guys. Here's a pop-up foul and out of play. Cubs on the brink of sweeping a 3-game series after winning 2 out of 3 up in Milwaukee and sweeping the New York Mets in 4. So this is a good stretch. Very good. Fly ball to left, racing over near the line, making the catch is Sheets. And that's out number 2.
Now we were talking about this earlier today about baseball that we used to play when we were a kid. You know, now that you got a position player in there, you know, they kind of just lob the ball in, and you're hoping as a defense for if you're San Diego, just some of these balls get hit at somebody and you can kind of get fairly quick innings. But now I would think with all the right-handed hitters, Sheets going to be busy in left.
Padres have made some other changes. Here's a bouncer to third. Andujar playing third, makes the play, throws to first to get him. Cubs go quietly, 1, 2, 3. It's on to the 8th inning. Cubs 15, Padres 2. This is The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Every strikeout and home run is heard right here on 104.3 The Score and the Cubs Radio Network.
Rev up your rewards at the pump with the Club Citgo app. Join today and enter for the chance to win big with members-only sweepstakes, plus everyday savings that stack automatically. Start with 20 cents off per gallon on your first fill-up and save 25 cents per gallon on your first 4 purchases with Plus Pay. Hit Premier status and unlock even more. So what are you waiting for? Download the Club Citgo app today and you're good to go. Savings good up to 30 gallons only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Baseball is all about the details. Choosing the right pitch, knowing which base to throw the ball to, or adjusting your swing. The little things make the difference between winning and losing. Banking is like that too. That's why Chicago businesses have turned to ABOC for over 100 years for all their banking needs. Because ABOC gets the little things right consistently. We get to know your business so we can recommend the best solution to help you succeed. Like throwing the right fastball to get your team out of a bases-loaded jam. Visit us at ABOC.com. Banking built for Chicago.
Got big plans tonight? The pregame plans are set. Drinks in the fridge, fresh new cart, and the group chat is lighting up. But wait, how are you getting home? Before last call comes around, lock in your post-game plan. Schedule a ride share or designate a sober driver in your group before the fun starts. Plan ahead and party on with a sober ride home at the end of the night. Your ride is here. Drive sober or get pulled over. It's not a game.
Chicago weather is tough. Your home siding should be tougher. Hardy Siding is engineered for our climate. James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Learn more at jameshardy.com.
A reminder that all reviews in this game are sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. A second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. Pat?
All right, Zach, bottom of inning number 8. Let me correct that. Top of inning number 8. Justin Dean has come into the game, I believe, in center. We're going to sort out some of the changes. Ian Happ has left the game. There's a deep drive off the bat of the Padre leadoff batter, and racing back Suzuki cannot make the catch. Racing around second and going to third is the Padre batter, and we'll identify him momentarily. It's a 3-base hit to lead off this 8th inning.
It's some feeling when hitter goes to home plate and the scoreboard shuts down. They don't say who it is, and next thing you know, you see a guy running around the bases. It's hit one off the wall.
Samad Taylor was
I was just saying it's Taylor.
And of course, the number on his back is 0.
Yeah.
It's very helpful. So man at third, nobody out. Ground ball. That's going to be a base hit to right. And the Padres get a step closer. The Cubs lead now is 15-3. There must be some outages on the scoreboard. We're not getting information that we normally get, but it's time to hang loose, I think, with a 15-3 lead.
Well, and the entertaining part, if you're not doing play-by-play, is it's just on the Padres side.
Now, there's no need to get upset over this. Jake Cronenworth is a batter. There's a name I recognize from earlier today.
Miguel Andujar is at first after the RBI single, by the way.
You got any proof of that, Zach? Here comes the 1-0 pitch. A line drive into left center. That's going to be a base hit. Over to pick it up is the Cubs center fielder. That's Dean. And he gets it back in. Stopping at second is the runner for San Diego. And in the Padres lineup on the scoreboard, it has a gigantic combination of the letters S and D. Now, normally they have all of the names listed in the batting order, where they're playing in the position, and that's very helpful. Right now, just the SD. I think we established the fact that San Diego was playing the Cubs earlier today and for the whole series. So that they can take that SD down anytime. Here comes the 0-1 to Duran. And Duran takes down low. This is
like I said, it's very comical if you're not doing play-by-play.
It's actually pretty comical to me too. You can only do what you can do. You're kind of at the mercy of other events. Here's your grounded to second, throw to second one. Dansby turns it for a double play. 4-6-3 double play. Nicely done. Nico Horner out of the game. Pedro Ramirez, the new second baseman. But he and Dansby worked like clockwork on that play nicely.
Now Ramirez gets this ball, flips it right over the bag. Dansby not quite there yet, but gets this ball in stride, a little kick of the bag, and kind of old school double play ball right there.
Sung Moon Song is a lovely tune. Here's a pitch fouled away by Song. It's quite a name, though. That's his real name, Sung Moon. Now, he spells Moon M-U-N. Didn't want you to think it was M-O-O-N.
Yeah.
Because Sung Moon, never mind. Here's a pitch down low, and the count 1-1. But respectfully, Ron, you always think about some of the guys getting a chance to play. This is a big league game. This is no laughing matter for them. Here comes the 1-1 from Wicks. It's taken down low for a ball. It's 2-1.
No, these stats go on the back of your baseball card just like any others. It doesn't matter. You just keep playing the game. If you're hitting, you have your at-bat, you're playing on defense. The things you don't do, you don't take extra bases. You don't do things, that like that. But as far as just, having your at-bats and making plays.
Bouncer toward the middle, glove by Swanson. Behind the bag, throws to first to get him. And that ends the inning. The Padres get a run, leave a runner, I should say. We go to the bottom of inning number 8. It's all Cubs today. 15-3, the Cubs clobbering the Padres on the score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Covering every Cubs game all season long. Rahimi, Harrison, Grody, middays 10-2 on 104.3 The Score.
Benny's goes to the dogs. Every time the Cubs leadoff man gets a hit, Benny's Beverage Depot donates $200 to area service dog charities. Here's toasting to man's best friend. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Hyundai gives you America's best warranty on every new vehicle. It includes a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty, plus 24/7 roadside assistance. That's peace of mind from Hyundai. And these days, that's priceless.
Right now, for a limited time, lease the Hyundai Elantra for $179 a month or get $2,000 total savings. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end July 6th. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
Got big plans tonight? Make sure your post-game plan is locked in before last call comes around. Plan ahead and party on with a sober ride home at the end of the night.
Your ride is here.
Drive sober or get pulled over. It's not a game.
Welcome to Old National Bank. Is that a suit of bubble wrap?
Hi. Yeah, I'm all about protecting myself and my finances. I understand Old National takes protection seriously.
You bet. We protect you with advanced fraud monitoring and secure digital banking to protect you today, and dedicated personal bankers to protect your tomorrow.
I'm impressed.
So bubble wrap, huh?
Yeah, came with my couch.
Financial protection for today and tomorrow. Old National Bank. Just another reason to get old. Member FDIC.
Save time every time for a great haircut. Just download the Great Clips app or check in online at greatclips.com. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
By Club Citgo, download the Club Citgo app. Save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill up. The Orioles beat the White Sox 6-1. Tyler O'Neill going deep for Baltimore.
Ground ball off the bat of Michael Bush into center field. That's going to be a base hit. Took a while for that ball to get through the infield. That's why I didn't make the call right away, Zach.
Thanks, Matt. Guardians beat the Rangers 9-4. Austin Hedges hit a 2-run home run for Cleveland. Bunch of games in progress. Bottom of the ninth at Fenway. All Nationals are up 10-2. James Wood with a 3-run home run.
Duran, who started the game as the Padre catcher, is now doing the pitching. Cubs leading 15-3. Here's a swing and a base hit down the left field line by Seiya Suzuki. It's going to roll out toward the corner. Racing to third is Bush on a double by Seiya. So Suzuki now run is 3/4 of the way to the cycle. He still needs a triple.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to get a triple. He's got to, you never know. You have position player pitching, so to go around the lineup that may happen.
Kevin Alcantara, the batter. He'll take low and outside for a ball. These young guys, they're not in a jovial, lighthearted mood. These guys are trying to establish themselves as big league ball players. So Kevin would love to get a base hit right here.
Yeah.
He takes a strike 1-1. There's no joking around.
No, when I was a veteran player, I would play, you wouldn't, take extra bases and do things like that, but I was going to have an at-bat. I was not going to just give up my at-bat. No way.
Here's a swing and a base hit to left field. A run is in. Suzuki will stop at third. Kevin Alcantara gets a run-scoring single. And the Cubs lead is now 16-3. Let's see how we did in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. It looks like Rich Wyatt, our engineer, was the winner. He guessed 38,000. The actual figure, 37,311. Ron was pretty close, so was Zach, but Rich was the closest. Justin Dean, the batter. Dean will take ball one.
Eighth inning sponsored by Cars for Kids, 877 Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
Dean takes outside, 2-0.
Had some tough plays in this ball game, and tough plays are sponsored by Loyola Medicine.
Swinging a foul at the plate.
Loyola Medicine defines tough.
This has to be close to a season high in runs for the Cubs in a single game. We'll see if we can do a little research in that regard. Fastball is down low from Duran. No game tomorrow. The Cardinals are here on Friday.
Catch of the game. Got a catch of the game today?
I would say Ian Happ made a pretty good catch.
Yeah, down the line.
In the left field corner area. Ball 4 to Dean. Bags are loaded. Cubs lead by a baker's dozen. Why the number 13 is called a baker's dozen, I've never had that explained to me satisfactorily. But I go with it.
Yeah.
There's a ground ball right side, base hit right field. Michael Conforto having a huge day. It just got bigger. An RBI single. Conforto already with 2 home runs, now has 4 runs batted in today. And the lead is getting to be a little bit outrageous. It is 17-3, a football score.
Yeah, absolutely. Catch of the game sponsored by Catch Des Moines. That play was a real trip, and so is Des Moines. It's a trip. Make it yours at CatchDesMoines.com.
Miguel Amaya batting, and he'll hit a high fly ball into shallow right. Coming in is Bowden, and that ball's going to be in there for a base hit. Bowden lost the ball in the sun. Everyone moves up 90. The umpires, Ron, showed good discipline in not calling the infield fly rule because it was just a little too far out in the outfield. And sure enough, that ball was lost in the sun, I believe.
Yeah, the right fielder Bowen didn't get a good break on this ball at all. By the time I looked up and was watching him, he was still standing in the same spot and then started coming in, and it was too late. Ball was dropping in. Nobody was going to get close to it, and they didn't.
Dansby Swanson, the batter, hits a fly ball into deep left center. Back toward the wall. Grand slam. Dansby Swanson with a grand slam to left. He has 3 home runs and 8 runs batted in for the day. And the Cubs lead 22-3. He is putting on an RBI show of late.
Yeah, he really is. It's it started in New York where he was just all of a sudden, the work he was doing was getting him on time. The head was staying in contact. The barrel was staying in the hitting zone a long time. Yeah, and he has been on fire here lately.
Cubs lead 22-3. Nobody out, bottom of the 8th inning. And a line drive toward left, and the left fielder Sheets makes the catch. Let me correct that. The new left fielder, well, I'll tell you, I'm confused. The scoreboard has 2 right fielders in the game. They've got Bowen and Taylor playing in right. I only see one body out in right field.
Yeah, so Bowen is playing right. That I know.
Bregman hits a fly ball to left center. And that's going to be caught out there by Sheets. And that's out number 2.
Bowen is in left and Taylor is in right. But the scoreboard says there are 2 right fielders.
Yes.
Yeah. So Bowen's in right field. Right? See, that's what it said. Is that correct?
No, Taylor's in right and Bowen's in left.
I'm just going to combine the names. Bowler is in right.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Or Bowen's in center, Sheets in left, even though the scoreboard says Sheets is in center.
Fly ball, deep right field off the bat of Michael Bush. This is going to leave the yard. And it's turning into an embarrassment almost.
Yeah, this is where, Major League Baseball, when you start getting these position players, we were talking about at the top of the inning, said Suzuki needs a triple, and I said, well, it's going to be tough for him to get through the lineup. And then I retracted that statement going, well, there's a position player on the mound. Guess who's hitting?
Here he is, Suzuki. Cubs on top 23-3. And the pitch on the way, and it's in for a strike. I don't know if there's any way around it, Ron. The team is trailing. They don't want to burn any of their big league pitchers. They probably have a game tomorrow. Swing and a miss by Seiya. 0-2. It looked like Seiya is not going to be aggressive in this at-bat. Here's the 0-2. Swinging a fly ball, shallow center. That is believed to be Sheets. And he makes the catch to end the inning. Cubs with a frolicsome 8-run 8th inning, leading 23-3, and the 9th inning will follow after this on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Covering every Cubs game all season long, Rahimi Harrison Grody, middays 10-2 on 104.3 The Score.
Our patient Mike had blood clots deep in his lungs that were putting his heart under major duress. Using a minimally invasive procedure pioneered by our team, we were able to clear them.
Top ranked in Illinois for heart and vascular by U.S. News and World Report, Northwestern Memorial Hospital used tiny balloons to widen the vessels in his lungs, the first in Illinois to master this breakthrough method.
As Mike's nurse, I'm proud to have helped him breathe freely again.
Northwestern Medicine. Better.
This summer, making memories in a Volvo SUV is easier than ever. Now, for a limited time, get savings on Volvo SUVs during the Summer Safely sales event, built with advanced safety features, so you can focus on the road ahead. Find your Volvo today. The Summer Safely sales event is on now. Visit volvocars.com/US to save.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Why should you hire America's largest injury law firm for your case? There's lots of reasons. Just like there's a reason millions of people called us last year in their time of need. When it comes to fighting for justice and compensation, millions of people across the country trust us to go to battle for them. We became the largest injury law firm in the world for a reason. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, for the people.com. Injured? Dial pound law.
Morgan & Morgan, 332 South Michigan Avenue, Chicago.
Hey fans, why does flying Southwest Airlines from Chicago just make sense? Reliable, flexible, enjoyable. We're full of ibbles and obbles and proud of it.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. Getting set for the top of the ninth, Cubs lead the Padres 23-3. Pat?
All right, Zach. Left-hander Jordan Wicks on the mound. Trying to record these final 3 outs against Sung Moon Song. And the pitch, ground ball to third, scooped up by Bregman. The toss across. That's out number 1. Season high in runs for the Cubs. They have scored in 6 of the 8 innings. They have multi-run innings in 5 of the frames today. They've had a 3-run inning, a 5er, a 4, and a big 8 in that 8th inning. Cubs out hitting San Diego 17-9. Bottom line, it's going to be a series sweep.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what the Cubs were looking for, and they're going to get it. Low and outside to Sheets, and they count 1-0. Cubs are going to climb 11 games above 500, and it'll be another series sweep. And the pitch on the way in there for a strike.
Now, the thing, too, is, with Wicks being able to eat up some innings here at the end of this ball game, Cubs aren't going to burn out their bullpen with the off day tomorrow and then St. Louis coming in. You're going to have a really fresh pen, come Friday afternoon. Remember, the game time on Friday is 3:15, right?
3:05.
3:05. Yeah, it's a different time than normal.
Saturday is the 4th of July. That's a 7:08 p.m. start. Swinging a foul back off the bat of Sheets. And then the Sunday, July 5 game starts at 1:30. And the 1-2 pitch is outside for a ball, 2-2. A few weeks ago, Ron, it looked like Milwaukee might just run away and win the division by 10 or even more games.
Yep.
Now it doesn't look that way so much. There's a chopper foul up along first.
Well, Cubs have taken advantage. They've played good baseball when they've needed to. And even though they had injuries, the offense has come alive when they probably needed the offense most of all. The pitching staff has been decimated with injury, starting to get some guys coming back. Tyone threw yesterday on the field to live hitters, so he'll be going on a rehab assignment hopefully soon.
2-2 to Sheets, line fair down the left field line, bouncing off the sidewall. Alcantara plays it, throwing to second base. It's going to be a standing double for Gavin Sheets. With 1 away here in the 9th inning, Padres have a man at second, and the new batter is going to be the designated hitter, Felix Fermin.
And I think Matthew Boyd coming back has really helped. He's had 2 good outings, one of them in this conditions like today, with that wind howling out. The offense has picked it up right when they needed to.
Swinging a bouncer toward the left side, fielded by Bregman, looks the runner back to second, makes a running throw to first in time, and Freddie Fermin is out number 2. Padres down to their last chance, Ron.
Yeah, very nice play by Bregman. He goes way hard to his left, stretches out and catches this ball, and then on the run makes a perfect throw. Very nice play by Bregman.
Our good friend Bruce Levine will grab one of the Cubs for a quick conversation right after the game. Ty France lines a base hit to left. Sheets will stop at third. And the game will continue momentarily. We need to catch up on a little inventory here. Ninth inning sponsored by Circa Resort and Casino. Get ready for the time of your life. CircaLasVegas.com. First pitch strike to Taylor. What do you like for the toast of the game? Presented by Benny's Beverage Depot. Benny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. What do you like, Rob?
Well, before the last inning, I was going to say we're just going to do the offense. And, you got Colin Ray who threw 5 innings and only gave up 2 runs. That's, in a day like today, we know how big that is. But when you knock in 8 runs in a game and you hit 3 home runs and one's a grand slam, you got to be the toast of the game ball player, right?
Yep.
It's hard to say the whole offense when Dansby knocks in 8 with 3 bombs. So in 4 runs, that's a healthy box score tomorrow.
He is up to, let's see, I'm trying to figure what the score will look like tomorrow. I got 4, 3, 3, 8.
Yeah.
4, 3, 3, 8. That works.
A lot of crooked numbers. That's very good. So Dansby will be our toast of the game ball player. Benny's Beverage Depot. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Samad Taylor waiting. The pitch. Low for a ball. We're going to send it down to Bruce Levine shortly. Bruce. You can hear Bruce's fan club in the background.
Yeah.
And now the pitch from Wicks to Taylor. Here it comes. Drilled foul down the right field line, out of play. Zach will have the post-game show later on. He has been preparing diligently, as always. The Old National Bank Cubs radio post-game show, the official bank of the Cubs radio network. Now the 3-2 to Taylor from Wicks. Hit on the ground to short. Dansby Swanson makes the play. Cubs win the ball game. It's an easy one today. 23-3. They finish off a 3-game sweep over San Diego. The